welcome to Saturday's live stream. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Saturday so far. I'm gonna wait for a few people to join. Welcome. Hold on, let me get the chat up. Oops, I forgot to do that. All right, I'm gonna see who's gonna join today. But I hope everyone's having a really great Saturday, wherever you guys are. Hope the weather's good. Hope everything's good. Health good. Wealth good. Everything good. All right, I'll just wait for a few people to join. I'm actually joining earlier than I usually do because I am going to go somewhere I gotta be somewhere at 3 o'clock. So this stream is probably gonna be one of the shortest streams that I've ever had, which is gonna be interesting. Hi, that art girl. How are you, sis? Hope you're doing good. Hope your Saturday is going well. Hope everybody's doing good. Just gonna wait for a few people to join. Today's stream is going to be short. I only have 2 hours, y'all. 2 hours today, but we gonna see what we could do in 2 hours. And whatever I don't finish today will definitely be finished tomorrow. Hey, Aaliyah, how are you? Can't stay for long. Hope you are well. No problem. Me too, girl. I only got 2 hours today. 2 hours today. Only 2 hours, yeah. That's definitely gonna be the norm now. So whenever I have activities and stuff, I'll just shorten up the streams and stuff and give people time to, because I'd be doing long ass streams. That'd be too much. So yeah, like tomorrow's stream will probably be like 4 hours, maybe 3 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, like that. I'm considering actually doing a weekday live stream just to shorten it up. So then that way, you guys can have your weekends, and also me too, because I have some stuff I gotta do too with the website and other things that I'm developing that I need more time with, unfortunately, because sis got a 9 to 5. I got a 9 to 5. So gotta I don't know why my glasses are dusty right now. We gotta do something about that. But yeah, don't worry if you can't stay. You can catch a replay if you want to. I always say this. I always appreciate, even if you could stay for 2 minutes, 1 minute, even if you can't stay, I appreciate everything. So it's all good on my end. Well, I hope everyone's having a good what week we in? January? Is it 2nd? Y'all, I don't know what it is. Love builds up crafts. Hi, Sensei. 2 hours is perfect because in the UK your streams can end at like 3 a.m. Oh, really? Okay, good. 2 hours, yeah. Today's not more than 2. I really got stuff to do. Yeah. If you guys ever see me streaming live, for a long time, that means I just probably didn't have anything to do. But these days, I'm getting busier and busier by the day. So yeah, we'll probably end up I think weekend live streams, I'm going to cut them up and probably do, like I said, maybe a weekday live stream just to cut in between. And then members only, of course, are going to have their own live streams. I think that'll probably work out better than me condensing all of them on the weekend and staggering them that way. Because weekends are the only times that I really have to get stuff done, to be quite honest with you. And if I'm doing case studies and also live streams, that takes up a big chunk of time. So the long live streams did serve their purpose when I didn't have as much activities on my plate, but now I have a lot of activities on my plate. So, and then also I got Mimi here too. So I'm realizing that I really gotta transition from the longer streams. It'll still be long. It'll still be at least 3-4 hours, but not 7 hours or 6 hours. It'll be like 3 hours. I think 3 hours, and then a weekday live stream in between. And that'll probably make up for that time. I think we could spread it out a little bit. Yeah. And it would work out for me actually, because on Fridays I have every other Friday off, which works well into kind of baking that in. So yeah. Key Love Life, hey sis, how are you? Devonda, hey sis, how are you? You said, how are you doing today, love, in hi chat? I'm doing good this week, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. This week, whoo Lord. It's just when you think that you're finally at a place where you're okay, I got things going, we're good, all these things, and then something comes in and throws a wrench. And I will explain more later. It was a last minute thing, some kind of stuff going on. Not marriage wise. I know some people probably oh, what's going on? If it were, I would tell you guys, but Actually, I wouldn't even well, I mean, I would say something, to be honest with you. I'm pretty transparent. But I'm going through some stuff like y'all, when I tell you, yeah, it's time to get a house. It's time to get a house. It's time to get a house. I honestly, like, I can't do apartment living anymore because it's just, you trying to do your thing. I'm just gonna rant a little bit and then we gonna get started because I'm when I tell you I was fired up, Dom's fired up, we were both fired up, and the worst thing you could do with me is get me fired up. I'm the type of person, like, I'm cool, we cool. I don't cause problems, we don't cause problems. It's only the two of us and Mimi. And we're just trying to live our lives. We're barely there. Like, most of the time I'm working or just taking care of Mimi. And prior to that, I was just working and just doing my thing here. But I'll just say this because I can't go into too much detail. I want to wait until everything's done and said and done. But the problem I'm having now is that there's like it's like no matter how good of a tenant you try to be, there's always people who disrupt your peace. I'll just say that. And these neighbors, the ones below me, they've been disturbing our peace for the past few months, and it wasn't like I could understand if it happened when Mimi came, but it was way before Mimi. Imagine we're two young professionals, well, youngish, I should say, or two professionals, like, we're about to enter 40, we're still in our late 30s. I consider that still pretty young. We're two professionals, working professionals. Dom doesn't get home until like 9 o'clock. He's always like either at work or the gym. And then he comes home because, he's doing his bodybuilding thing on the side. And then for me, and then also he had his business on the side too. And then for me, I'm doing YouTube on the side and I'm working full time. And I work from home, but like it's like me, just me. How much noise can one person make? How much noise can two people make, right? We're barely there. But somehow we are making so much noise, unsubstantiated. Mind you, we don't have kids. So where's this noise coming from? Where? So yeah, so we're in the midst of dealing with that BS. And, it's been like, at first I tried to be accommodating, but now it's getting to the point where it's like, no, I'm not accommodating anymore. Like now it's like gloves off. Yeah, I want to get one thing you cannot do with me is try to threaten me or try to get me to do something when I know, one, the law is on my side, and number two, I know how to read law. I'm very thorough with that. So let's just say that they done poke the wrong bear. They poked the wrong bears, I should say, because Dom's another one too. We're both one and the same, I'll say that. So anyways, all of that to say that it's time to get a house, y'all. I know in this housing market it sucks and it's going to be quite expensive, but you know what? It is what it is. So if you see me posting more often and you see me doing a whole bunch of stuff and you see Dom online and maybe on Instagram you start seeing him doing stuff, then that means we getting ready to get stuff going. We got to get things shaking because we got to get out of this kind of situation. Like, it's crazy. So anywho, that's what's going on in my life. I'll probably just a high level overview of what's going on. And and so we're really we're upset because we're like, yo, like normal noise is not considered disturbance. It's normal, like, household noise, like you vacuuming, you washing your clothes. That is not unreasonable. But if you have neighbors who believe that's unreasonable, they should not be living in this building. Not only that, but it's a structural problem. And it's not my problem, basically. But now y'all making it my problem because now I got to take time out of my damn day to send emails and send a whole bunch of stuff and, ask for the burden of proof, evidence of proof. Don't play with me. But, and I think it's because of how I'm trying to see what it is, because I think people be, like, underestimating me in a way because of how I look. And I think people don't really realize, like, how old I am. I really feel like I got to get on my grown woman vibe. I don't know what it is, but people they be testing me like I'm like, and I'm not saying young people, like, are not smart or anything like that. But it's just, like, it's so interesting to see how people react to me when they don't know who I am and how old I am. And then once they find out, that's when they, they figure out like, yeah, we're not going to just take this lightly. Like, girl, like, get out of here. So now, now they got me up in this place. So anyways, point is that Dom and I, we're going to that's why the stream is only going to be 2 hours, because we got some stuff to handle. We got business to take care of. And then we just going to start stacking bread. We will most likely not be in this location very long. I can promise you that, because yeah, I don't like that. Like, I don't like threats, especially threats that don't have a basis to them, and especially like frivolous threats. I'll just say that. That's the worst thing you could ever do, is threaten me. Don't threaten me, especially if I know I ain't do nothing. Like, if I knew I was the cause of something, I'd be like, okay, you know what? Let's try to work it out. Let's try to figure it out. But don't play with me. Don't do that. Okay, so I'm gonna read a few messages, and then we gotta really get going, because we got a lot of stories to cover today. There's a lot going on. Devonda, you said you could keep the long streams for a couple of days for folks and then make it members only for protection from copyright. That's a good idea too, actually. That's a really, really good idea. But actually, it's not the copyright. Actually, I've been pretty good with copyright. I feel like I've never, to be honest with you, I haven't had a stream that's really been copyrighted, except for when I did the Korean stream, the KBS. Yeah, they did not play with me. They cut that right off. Cut it right off. Gorly girl. I hope I said your name right. You said maybe it's a scheme to get you guys out so the landlord can raise the rent. You ain't lying. Yeah, that's that. And that's the thing though, like, as a renter, it's like there's only so much you can do, right? And like, I think because we're in the financial like situation we're in, like economically, that landlords really believe that they have the upper hand. And what they're not realizing is that the tides will turn eventually. And there are other properties around. Like, this is not the only space we could go to. And so it was so interesting because Dom sent an email like yesterday. No response, right? But as soon as I responded and I said, hey, like, we're gonna need to get our tenant ledger for financials, because I'm waiting on that, because I need to prove that we pay on time, we've never been late, and I need that as financial proof, because y'all already know where this is going. This is gonna be like, yeah, we're getting our documents together. And so then that's when they responded. I was like, oh, yeah. And then, we spent the morning like going through laws, bylaws. That's the thing. If you're ever in this kind of situation where you're getting complaints and stuff like that, and it's unreasonable or unsubstantiated, look at your local bylaws, the bylaws of your state, so our province where I'm at, and also the bylaws of your city. Oh yeah, we attach all them things. And I was like, under this, under section this, under this, under this, under this. Yeah, come play with it. And on top of that, if y'all keep bothering me while I'm here, because best believe we not gonna stay here, faux show, then I'm gonna take it legally. Don't play with me. Do not play with me, because now you done poked me enough. I've been nice, I've been accommodating, but now enough is enough. So, and I'm realizing that it's possibly, and I'll tell you guys what I possibly believe, is that there are people here who may be sensitive to sound, and they may be elderly. I'm assuming that's my assumption, because we have a lot of elderly people. It's kind of like a mixed like bag here. You got some professionals, you have families, you have elderly people, but at the same time, like, this is not a senior home. I'm so sorry. Like, if you wanna have peace, then you're gonna have to get a house. But it's like, now at this point, it's forcing us to be like, you know what? This is gonna be a problem, and you can't keep going from apartment to apartment to apartment. I'm tired of moving. It's exhausting. We just moved last time for the rent increase, and then now I thought we were gonna stay here at least for a little bit until we get a house, and then now it's like, oh, we gotta move again. It's like, how many times do I need to damn move? Red flag. It's too much. And it's not because we can't afford it. It's because of whiny people who don't understand the laws, and then you have to explain it to their asses and they don't get it. And then on top of that, it's like you're just trying to live your life, but now you feel uncomfortable because now it's like we're at the point of no return. We already done did what we had to do. So I can't be friendly with you at this point. Like, we gonna duck and buck verbally. Like, there's no fake stuff here. I'm not gonna be cool with you after. No, every time I see you, it's on site. Like, I don't need to. We even put in the do not talk to us. If any conversation needs to be had, you better put it in email, or we're gonna have a meeting with both of us. Do not talk to me no more. And now it's uncomfortable because it's made that way. That's the problem. And the process wasn't followed properly. There was no evidence, no video, nothing. Nothing at all. Just, oh, they said you did this. They said you did that. They said you did this. And again, you turned on your dishwasher at 10 o'clock at night. A dishwasher, y'all. I didn't play loud music. It's not like we stumped around everywhere and just started running across the whole damn place. We're washing dishes. Can't even do your laundry after 10 o'clock. That's crazy. So no. You said, I feel you on that. My upstairs neighbor is very inconsiderate. His water pipe came off his washer and it came down to my apartment. Oh, that's crazy. That's a different issue. That's like a leak. Yeah, it be so many different reasons, y'all. It's so many different reasons, but yeah, I think it's time for us to save for a house, y'all. Time for that to happen. So hopefully we'll be able to do it within a year or so. I'm tired of this kind of lifestyle. On the brighter side, how are you, sis? You said, oh girl, I'm so sorry. Neighbors can be the worst, right? That's why I think, you know what? I feel like God is just pushing me to just or pushing us, I should say, to just get our own place. It's time. I think it's time. I think it's very much time. Very much time. So I don't know how it's going to happen, but we gonna make it happen, y'all. We gonna make it happen. And we're just exhausted. This is exhausting. And it's the first time I've never had any complaints at all. We've been here for almost a year. No complaints until I don't know who the hell's downstairs now. But they gonna F around and find out. Don't play with me. Because I will take it there. That's one thing about me. If you start poking me, I'm going to take it all the way there. And I'm not going to stop. Oh, yeah. You done unleashed the bear. I try to be nice. I tried to be nice. Try to be accommodating. Because I know how I am. I know my temperament. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's try to fix something. But nah. Y'all want to play with me? We going to play. No, we going to play for real, for real. Hey, Mary Janelle. How are you? How are you? Welcome to the live stream. I had to call maintenance and he didn't. What? That's crazy. Red flag to your neighbor. Once water, that's more that he could have damaged your stuff. Did you have any water damage to your apartment? And then you can get blamed for that too. These folks be playing. They be playing games. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's time to get a house. It's time to get a house. You said, I know that's right. Your peace is too expensive. Yeah, no, I want to live in peace. I want to be able to have, not have to answer to other people. And the only way that you could do that is to be independent. That's the only way. Deja Rue, how are you doing, sis? You said, I understand we're currently renting a townhouse. Having a toddler, I knew we'd get complaints in an apartment, hoping to buy a home next year. There you go. I wish we had townhouses on for rent here. Like, it's so hard to find townhouses. I know in Toronto we did rent a townhouse a long time ago. My family did, but it's so hard in this city to rent townhouses because they're mostly meant for single family homes, to live in and reside in. The most rentals you could get are condos and houses, like maybe the basement of a house or the main floor. But even then, you're still having to deal with neighbors kind of, right? So it sucks. Yeah. I'm with you on that. Get your own space, man. We gonna save up for it. That's on the top of my trajectory now. To be honest with you, paying off my student loans was supposed to be the top. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That was supposed to be the top for this year, but looks like housing is gonna be on the top for now. And then I'm gonna hopefully pay off my student loans. Hopefully. That's my goal by next year. Yep. You said I did, and electrical work had to be done. The water came out of my furnace. That's wild. I would have been so mad. I really hope your insurance covered it, sis. I really hope so. Hey, Cece, how are you? Welcome to the chat, sis. All right, y'all. So let's get started because I only have until 2 o'clock my time. So that's 12, 1, 2. Yeah, we got exactly 2 hours, y'all. I got to get up out of here. So let's get started on today's stories. I don't know which one I should do first. There's so many. Okay, let's do an update on Christy and Desmond. Just when I thought this story was going to end, I thought we were done. I thought that we wrapped it up last week. It was in a nice little bow. We wasn't going to hear nothing until until a few months later. But nope. Desmond decided to show his whole entire behind. So let's start with that story first. And then let's do Tashina Arnold and Brian Austin Green. We'll do the shorter stories first. And then Ace's interview I need to watch. I have not watched it. Ace from Love Island. I have not watched his interview. It's been a while since I've covered Love Island. I think the last time I covered them was when Nick and Alandria, there was some situation, the racist incident when Alandria, when Huda got caught on a live stream laughing when one of her deranged fans said the N-word. That was the last time I covered them folks. I was so tired after that. But we gonna get started, and then I'll show the comments after. So this will be a story. We might do this one tomorrow. Okay, let's start with Desmond and I forgot about that story. Ooh, there's so many. All right, let's start with Desmond and Christy. So remember last week when I did the live stream. Hold up, let me make this look better. Remember last week I did the live stream and I told y'all there's another woman. It's got to be, because it was really weird. It wasn't another man. I knew it wasn't another man. It couldn't be. Now, let's see here, because another woman has appeared, y'all. Only a matter of time. Red flag. This man, I don't think he's a Jehovah's Witness anymore. I think he done left the Kingdom Hall, y'all. Because there's no way that he is still a JW. So I believe that there was a TikToker. I don't know if I showed her video last week. I don't remember. But she did say that they may not be part of the religion anymore, or he may have wanted to leave the religion, and this was the best way. And now I believe that theory, because the way that this man has been running amok it needs to be studied. Let's backtrack now. Remember, he had asked for a separation in mid-December. He admitted it in his letter. Hold up, we need to pull that up again because we got the evidence here. You know, I work with evidence. Oh, Lord, Lamar order. We don't need to see that, man. Okay, TMZ Desmond Scott. Is that his name? Yeah. Okay. So, statement. Let's look for his statement because that's TMZ got all the tea. Here we go. So remember his statement. Look at this picture, y'all. Oh, Lord. Remember the statement when he said that we face challenge toward the end of 2025. We're just going to remember this line. We're not going to read the whole thing. I wanted to separate, and I had conversations with Christy regarding this. During this period, I made choices that I'm not proud of. I took responsibility for those actions. Okay. I shared this with her directly and personally, and ultimately we decided to divorce. I asked for privacy and compassion as we navigate this difficult chapter in our lives. Blah, blah, blah. We don't give a damn. Because it's him. That's why I'm saying that. So now, not even a week later, y'all, this man is seen making out with a woman. Desmond, I really hope you know when you file for divorce, that does not mean that you're legally divorced. Red flag, you're still married. But you see, when somebody is that quick to move on, that lets me know that they're trying to frame it like, oh, it's just this random girl he met up with and they just started making out. And people are like, oh, yeah, you've never made out with somebody on the first day. Yeah, this happens a lot. I understand that, but I don't think that this is the case in this situation. It doesn't make sense to me. It makes sense that they got caught being out and he had to make an excuse to sound more, I guess, less like a douchebag in front of his audience. Because now, come to find out, there's this woman here. And I had speculated he was with a Latina woman. I don't think she's Latina. I think she's just a spicy Caucasian woman. But we're going to see here. So let's read the TMZ article of this man. Desmond Scott's mystery makeout partner. Yeah, the one he was locking lips with just 2 days. Damn, that was even faster than I thought. Red flag. I thought it was a week. It was 2 days. Oops. Just 2 days after we broke the story, his estranged wife, Christy, hit him with divorce papers, has officially been identified. Sources familiar with the situation tell TMZ the woman getting hot and heavy with Desmond last Sunday is Marissa Springer, a 24-year-old Houston model who's also currently in school working towards her master's degree in business. Okay, shout out to you, sis, for being educated, but Lord. Now you're known, your reputation all over these streets is as the mistress, as the side chick. Okay, congratulations. Now, notice that there is a certain aesthetic. And it's very sad because Christy doesn't fit that aesthetic, right? Let's just be honest. She's the wife. The type of woman, like, you know, that like wifely woman, let's just put it that way. And I'm not saying that women like Marissa can't be wives. I'm not making that differentiation. I'm not saying because she's this or that. What I'm trying to highlight, though, is interesting because this is the woman that he married, Christy, but look at who he's really attracted to. This is his type, y'all. This is who he really naturally gravitates towards. And sometimes that does happen. I will say they got married very young. They met each other very young. I believe that he was her first and she was his as well. I'm not sure, but I believe that is the story. They've never had other partners except for them. Like the Christy and Desmond have not had any partners apart from themselves. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they haven't had anyone else or no experiences. And so this is a part of a larger conversation of inexperience and being in such a religious stronghold, especially like when you have a lot of religious influence, such as the Jehovah's Witness, Christianity, same thing, Baptist, Pentecostal, whatever way you want to look at it. Religion has such a big place. And so marrying young is not always the best solution, because now look, she done gave this man all these years of her life. And I'm pretty sure that when he brought up the divorce, she didn't want it. That's probably what the holdup was. And so now she didn't want it. He wants it just so he could be out in them streets. Red flag. He always wanted to be out on them streets, y'all. Look at the first person he decides to get with. Didn't even let the divorce marinate. Ain't even let it marinate. He ain't even let it sit. Didn't even give her time to grieve the loss of their whatever plus year relation. I think it's 10, 15 year relationship. I can't keep count. I don't know. Didn't even give her time to grieve the marriage and the loss. Didn't even give the kids time to process this. He already got a new person. So now, continuing. We're told the two met for the first time earlier that night at Houston Bar Sante through a mutual pal. Red flag. That's not where they met. That is not where they met, y'all. And also notice that he was in Houston. So remember last week I told y'all that they moved from Houston to LA. And within that short amount of time, he was already creeping. And I believe it, like, you know, we went over it last week. I don't have to go over it again, but it was the resentment. Her career's taking off. I'm talking about Christy. She's getting all these brand deals. He's probably staying home a lot more. You know, he's doing his chef career and also taking care of the kids. Somebody got to take care of the kids while you're traveling. Who's going to do that? Who's going to do that while you're doing all the brand deals? If you're traveling, who's going to take care of the kids that you have? So it seems as if this is definitely giving me resentment vibes, and that he doesn't want to be in LA. So he wants to go back to Houston, because what was he doing in Houston? He lives in LA now. But it looks like he's gearing up to go back to Houston. That's what it's looking like. And Marissa had no clue about Desmond's online fame. Girl. All right. Our sources say it was also her understanding that he was single at the time. He is not single. Sis, you could have literally done a Google search. Y'all just be kissing people up the first time you meet them. Red flag. Who does that? I know some people do that, but who does that for real, though? So you just telling me you just met this man and just started tonguing him down. You didn't even know who he was, didn't even check nothing. You just decided, oh, let's swap spit. That doesn't make sense now, does it? I believe I don't believe none of what they talking about. As for how things escalated so quickly, we're told there was an instant spark. Really? And with a few drinks flowing, it turned into drunken fun that heated up fast. Okay, so that's their story and they're sticking to it. I do not believe that for a minute. I believe that he's trying to find a way to go back to Houston. He's been trying to talk to other girls. He did not want to move to LA, and that's that. It's simple. You could already see it in his reaction, and he'd been checked out of that relationship. But I think the LA move really, like, the nail was in the coffin at that point. It was only a matter of time. It's unclear whether this turns into anything more. They're not going to advertise that because then it's going to make her look like the side chick. Let's watch the video, y'all. Oh, Lord. Let's see what's going on with this video. And then I'm going to read a few comments before we get into Christy's statement. Because she, not statement, but she had an Instagram post.
Small business owner looking for banking that can keep up with your hustle.
Unfortunately, I
Bank's
can't.
new business account makes it simple.
I don't have an... Okay, now I got an ad blocker. Here we go. We skipped the ad. Yeah, first time they met each other, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. First time. They seem very familiar. Wow, he is really... Oh, yeah, look at him touching all up on her body. Very, very... That's a long-ass makeout set. Look at this. And the whole time, everybody's around, like, just walking around. And look at this. Look at this right here. Still kissing, y'all. That was the TMZ is funny. They did the whole close-up. Red flag. Red flag. How long? 33 seconds. Y'all know they were doing it for longer than that. Now, the funny thing is here, they met each other through a mutual pal. Whoever that pal was, this is not a friend. This is not a friend. A friend would hold you accountable and would not be doing this. So whoever he is aligning himself with, they're not really friends. The fact that you literally just separated from your wife and your friends are not telling you, hey, you know what? You need time to grieve. You need time to chill out. If you want to date, you better wait till the whole process is over. You need to heal. Heal first. Then you could think about dating. Nope. Introducing him to somebody new already. Interesting. What friends are we talking about? Because didn't they tell us Jehovah's Witnesses had to be friends with other Jehovah's Witnesses? That doesn't seem like the case. I don't think he's a JW, y'all. I think he done went rogue because we found out that he got married and then, or he wanted, he wasn't a JW. He converted because of his wife. So just keep that in mind. Now, let's go to Christy's Instagram post because she also posted, so she posted an Instagram post right before this video was leaked. I think it was like a day before or not. I don't remember the timeline, but I think she did it before. So Christy Scott alludes to current living situation amid Desmond Scott divorce, encrypted Instagram post. Girl, you ain't need to tell us. He already swapping spit, kissing all over y'all. Y'all saw that? Y'all saw him in the back, like, doing all that. Doing all of that. He was ready to be out in them streets, girl. He been ready to be in them streets. He was excited. Look at him. Hot bunga to be back in them streets. But yeah, sis done cut her bob. She cut her hair into a bob. It's over, y'all. It's over. Relationship's done. Soon as there's a new haircut, it's over with. It's over with. And she's lady in red. Beautiful dress. Them heels. You see, she's posing on it. Yeah, she's like, look, I can afford to stay here without you. You weren't needed. Your services are no longer required. Red flag. Well, red flag to him, but green flag to Christy. Yes, sis. Hold your head up. You still looking fine. Yeah, got the bob haircut. Look at that. Titties out. This is the most seductive I've seen her look in a minute. There we go. So now, Christy is continuing to drop hints on Instagram. Sis, you need to drop more than that. He playing in your face. After more than a decade of marriage, and you better not be nice in the courtroom. Use that video as evidence. Matter of fact, you need to go and holler at Akira. Does Houston have an alienation of affection law? Hold up. Oh, no, they're in LA. Alienation of affection. But I don't think it would fall under that because we don't know. It wouldn't fall under that. But still, holla at Akira. Try to see if you can get your money. Technically, it is an affair, but it wasn't going on for that long. I don't know how they can prove that this relationship was for a long time. But you better go and investigate, sis. You better go and investigate. What states is in? Hold on a second. We got to check what states. This is for knowledge. Hold on. Oh no, why can't I can't even see it properly. Hold up. Where is it? Home record laws. Yeah, some of y'all need to be on. I know it's none of y'all on this stream. Y'all better not. But some people out there, they may need a wake up call. Hold up. North Carolina. Okay, but what other states? Does California count? Kentucky? Arizona. Okay, Arizona, no. Kentucky, no. Okay. Alienation of affection lawsuits can still be bought in 5 states. Mississippi, Hawaii? I'm shocked with Hawaii. Interesting. I didn't think about Hawaii. All right, interesting. That was I did not see that coming. North Carolina, South Dakota, and Utah. Okay, only those 5 states. Damn it, Christy, you can't do that. But you can still get a big settlement. Yep, make sure you don't pay him child support either, because look at him. Instead of working on his worrying about his kids, he worried about kissing people and making out and whatnot. He worried about his next victim. After more than a decade of marriage, Christy filed for divorce from her husband of 12 years. That's what it was on December 30th. Okay, let's see the Instagram post. Here we go. Okay, sis is looking gorgeous. Yes. Pose, yes, in that house. Yes, in the house you built. You built it. Don't forget it. He was just there doing ad-libs and stuff, laughing. Couldn't even do that damn job. Red flag, the easiest job in the world. What an idiot of a man. Very much an idiot. All he had to do was laugh and say, "Oh my God, Christy." That's all he had to say. He couldn't even do that. He would rather be out in them streets making out with this woman, this young woman, right? Oh, wrong one. He'd rather be out in the streets doing this. That's what he wants to do. Here we go. Instead of being with his family. All right, gorgeous. Notice how she's taking pictures all over the house. Yes, that's right, sis. I know that's right. That's your house. Face card. Yes, I know I said you were annoying last week. You are still a little bit annoying with that content. But, you're still good with me. You're a fellow Trini, sis. You from the Caribbean. I'm not Trini, y'all, but she's a Caribbean, sis. And, she gonna do really well. So, Christy, let's see what she said. Same address. That's right. You know what's a flex to me? A flex is when you can leave a relationship and you can still keep everything. That's a flex that nobody talks about. And I know some people, they may have fallen on hard times. I'm not trying to say that, your lifestyle is wrong, but I'm just saying it's a big flex when your man leaves you high and dry like he did, and you can be like, I can still afford it. What's up? What was your purpose? Nothing. Just saying, oh my God, Christy. That was his damn job, and he couldn't even do it properly. Red flag. All right, so that's the update on Desmond and Christy. Oh wait, she got the Bobbiana going on. Hold on. I gotta she posted this on her TikTok. I have to silence the audio because y'all already know of copyright. But look at that. The bob is shaking. Shake the hair, sis. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Shake it. Yes. Get it, girl. Yeah, go on your like an exorcist. Shake it like an exorcist. What's that little girl name? That little exorcism girl. Yeah, shake it like you done caught the Holy Ghost. Yeah, shake that. And she got the juicy. Okay, she trying to twerk. Okay, I don't know what you doing here. Okay, the bob is bobbing. All right, those are the updates of these folks, man. Yeah, Desmond out here living foul, y'all. The woman has been revealed. Here we go. So expect there to be more to this story, because I do not buy for a second that they only met each other that night. The way they was kissing, it was like they were long lost lovers, and that he could finally be with her in peace, because everybody knows that they're split. He's like, yeah, I did it, baby. That's a congratulations type of kiss. Like, yeah, I did it, baby. We can be together now. All right, continuing. Let me read a few comments. You said when people kept saying it was a man because he is very passive and he needs to date a trans woman. Yeah, people just be saying stuff. When I make my when I call men or when I suspect that they're DL, is because of what they say. It's not because of how they look. And I think that people need to stop doing that. They were just saying that because he's more soft spoken and he's light skinned and I don't get DL vibes from him. I just get sheltered church boy vibes from him, or sheltered boy. He looks, and his family's from Kentucky, I think we found out last week. So that makes sense. Like, he just gives me nerd vibes. Like, he doesn't give me DL vibes. That's just my opinion. I haven't seen anything from him that would suggest that he would be. He's just different. Yeah. That lady does have a strong. Oh wait, y'all saying she has a handsome Squidward? Y'all need to stop. That is a woman, y'all. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. I don't believe that that's a trans woman. I could be wrong, but hell, if she is, she looks good. She looks damn good. They did a good job. If that's the case, they did a really good job on her surgery. He looked at the camera. Yeah, he wanted to pop out. Let me tell you. I'm telling you, this is my opinion because I heard people suing people. Y'all heard about Hailey Bieber? Did y'all hear about? Oh, we gotta talk about. Damn. Okay, we gotta talk about that tomorrow. It's not on the thumbnail. Tomorrow, remind me to talk about Hailey Bieber sending a cease and desist to a TikToker because she was talking about her and Justin's relationship. But I mean, the TikToker did say a few things that I personally would not say without having without having like evidence. But we're gonna talk about the whole Hailey Bieber situation. Shit, I ain't trying to get sued up in here. I'm trying to save for a house. But yeah, I don't know if she is or she's not, but whatever it is, if she is a trans woman, that's okay. If she's not, it's okay. At the end of the day, Desmond chose to be with her. That's who he wants to be with. At the end of the day, this is what he gave up his family for this lifestyle. This is his real preference, y'all. And remember, his mama, I done told y'all about biracial men with Caucasian mothers. They do tend to want women who look a certain way, and usually is the way of the mom. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but just be with who you want to be with. But at the end of the day, you had 2 kids with Christy. You chose to be with Christy. You have familial obligations and responsibilities. And if you really loved her and respected her, you would have waited. That's my opinion. So no respect. The disrespect is very loud, y'all. To me, is very, very loud. The disrespect is hella loud. Continuing, she filed in Houston, though, I think. Yeah, she did. She filed in Houston, but they live in LA. Yeah, I don't know if they're doing back and forth. Maybe they kept the Houston house and then decided they just moved to LA like a few months ago. It hasn't been that long. But he's definitely going back and forth to Houston. I don't think he wants to be in LA. The friend was the dude trying to block the camera in front of all of them. Nonchalant. That's a horrible friend. Red flag. Don't have them friends around you. Friends who encourage this type of behavior, that just lets me know that they want you to be like them. Degenerate. Gotta be honest. That type of behavior is unbecoming. In my opinion, like I said, should he stay in his marriage if he's unhappy? No, you have every right to leave. You have every right to walk away. No one should be tied to somebody else if they don't want to be. We got to make that very clear. However, there are rules of engagement. And if you really care about that person, especially because you have children, and there's a lot of things that need to be handled. Like, you should be more focused on the court case that's coming up, the divorce hearing. You should be more focused on that instead of this. But again, this is what happens when people get married young, very immature, stunted. And he obviously wants her to feel like this shows me he really hates her, in my opinion. My opinion is that he does not like her. He does not respect her. I'm talking about his Christy, his soon-to-be ex-wife. Because any man with any type of respect for you would not want this to happen. It would be, especially with the brands that you guys had. They had a big brand. He knows this is going to embarrass her. But actually, to be honest with you, it didn't even embarrass her. Embarrass him instead. Red flag. Well, green flag. Girl, y'all, I don't know which one I'm saying now. Green flag. I'm glad that it turned out that it embarrassed him, because I don't think he understands the type of time and climate that we're in. It's already been a weekend. There's already a weekend structure. Okay? They're not beating the allegations, Desmond. And if you think for a second that your pick-me-ass fans are going to hold you down, I really hope that you have enough cooking videos coming out to take care of this one right here. Because now, you see, this is what happens when a man is delusional. He has a delusion, y'all. I mean, he is a Capricorn after all. Sorry for my Capricorns out there. Gotta say it, though. He thinks that the success that he had with his wife, or soon-to-be ex-wife, is going to continue. What he doesn't understand is that it's not going to continue with you. The success is going to her. And so he will not realize it until a few months to a year. It's like, it needs to be studied. Like, there's a level of stupidity that I'm trying to figure out where this gene comes from. Is it environmental? Is it genetic? Can somebody let me know? Any sociologists out there, let me know what's going on here. Psychologists, I need y'all in the chat too. Can y'all explain to me this type of delusion? Because what he doesn't understand is, without Christy, I'm not saying that he's not going to make money, but it's not going to be the same lifestyle that he's always been accustomed to for the past 12 whatever years that they've been together. Matter of fact, she was always the breadwinner because she was in IT. She was doing her IT thing, and he was doing whoever, God knows what. Now he's a chef. Now he thinks that he has a big brand, all because of her fans. But what he doesn't understand, or fans of them as a couple. But what he doesn't understand is that most of the fans are women. And a lot of us women, if we are watching a couple, I don't watch couples like that, but I'm being honest. If we're watching a couple, unless the woman is like extremely abrasive and just not a great person, there is no reason why you wouldn't align with the woman, especially with how you did her dirty, Mr. Desmond. So I really hope that this was all worth it, because soon you're going to realize your funds going to run out, my brother. And I hope you realize you're going to have to be the provider. You're not used to being the provider. Red flag. He's not used to being the provider. Well, now he's going to understand. Sometimes those who don't hear, they're going to feel. He's going to feel it. Because once them bills come up, once you got to take care of the new one, because remember, Christy was holding it down. She was the one doing all that stuff, holding you. You had a comfortable position. And you could have rested in your femininity. But you didn't want to do that. You wanted to cosplay like you're supposed to be the big head honcho, like you're the brand. Good luck with that. Because we've seen it time and time again. And they always end up being dusty as hell right after. Continuing. You said she's shaking her head like like she evil. Mary Jane, I feel for their kids. I do too. And you could tell the second one, the youngest one, was having a tough time in the videos. He was talking about he doesn't want to film. He's like, oh, it's just a house. Like, his demeanor was definitely showing signs of and that's what he should be worried about. That's what I'm saying. Desmond should be worried about that. But nope, he would rather run them streets. The only empathy I have is for those innocent two little boys. Starlit Tech. There you go. Yeah. Prince, you said, oh, we talking about the dolphin laugh, chef. Yeah, the dolphin. That's all he had to do, Prince. Just do the dolphin laugh. That's it. That's all. Like, you didn't have to do much. But nope. He would rather take the easy way out. And sometimes that happens. But it's like, it's the way he's going about it that's my issue. Okay, you want to get a divorce? That's your right. But why are you doing all of this? This is just extra. Very extra. Untreated childhood issues follow you into adulthood, wreaking havoc. Yep. And you can tell they have a lot of unresolved issues. So I wish them both the best. I really wish the best for Christy. I don't think she's going to have any issues. Y'all, look at her. Look at the house. She said same address. Basically, y'all know where she stay at. She can afford it. And I'm so happy for her. And I wish her nothing but the best. And for him, let the Lord deal with his behind. Let him deal with him. Retribution and karma, whatever you believe in, it's coming. It's coming. How you treat people always comes back in full circle. Let's see her bob her head one more time. Yes, sis. Bob it. Bob it in the courtroom. I hope you do this in the courtroom. Bob that head. Bob that head. Yes. Get that bob going. Yes. Dance. Do it. Do it. Do it, sis. Do it. That's right. That's right. Okay. All right. Let's move on, y'all. I'd say sociology because it's a perceived value he thinks he has. Thank you, RKO love. Yeah. It's definitely perceived. It's very weird to me. Like it's not logical to me to believe that. And unfortunately when sometimes, I think there's the saying, the grass is always greener where you water it. This applies in this situation. He wasn't tending to his marriage. And I'm not saying Christy is 100% innocent. Obviously, she's a human being. I'm sure she has flaws. He has flaws too. But, I don't think anything can't be worked out, in my opinion, especially if it's not involving abuse or it's not involving any type of situation where it is dangerous for you guys to be together. But the type of situation they had was more like, it seemed like an internalized issue. And I get it. They were together from a young age. I understand that. But now you have responsibilities and there's other ways around it. I didn't hear nothing about no marital counseling. I didn't hear anything about them trying to come together, trying to go to counseling themselves. I heard nothing about any steps being done. I just heard that he said he wanted a separation and then he decided to go and do his own thing. No type of mediation, nothing. So that just lets me know that he wanted out. He didn't even want to work on anything. He didn't even want to try to figure it out. He just took the easy way out, in my opinion. That's what I feel. And I can tell by his actions afterwards that it was just for pleasure. And sometimes, that comes at a cost. So good luck to him. Because it ain't going to work out for him. I'm being honest. We done seen too many examples. Too many. She hurried up and filed for divorce because they became California residents and it's community property. Yup, Mel, you're right. Yep. So it's going to be interesting to see how things turn out for them. Either way, I wish them the best. Well, her the best. I don't wish him nothing. I don't wish him anything. Okay, we got to switch gears, y'all, because I only got 1 hour and how much? 40. 1 hour and 20 minutes. We got to make it count. Okay, next story. Tichina Arnold. We moving on, y'all. We going to move a little faster than usual. How about, remember last week we talked about Tichina Arnold and how Martin was, what did she say? What's her name? Tisha Campbell experienced reverse colorism on Martin. And people flamed her behind. They flamed her ass, including me, because I was like, girl, that's not even what we talking about. Like, we have to be honest that, yes, can people of a lighter skin tone experience colorism? Yes, but not in the same way. I gotta be honest. But not only that, but the way that she was defending the show, like, she could have easily admitted that, hey, this was in the 90s. Now I know better. But no, she doubled down. And it just goes to show you how, like, I feel like at that time, especially with that generation, they do not see it the same way that we do. And so she was sitting here trying to defend Martin, even though the jokes were on her, the negative stereotypes, colorist jokes when he called her Marmaduke, which is a dog. Talk about her naps and her BDBs, like, oh, we used to joke around. Blah, blah, blah. It was like she was making excuses for Martin being criticized, especially in this generation. So now, come to find out, she was dating a white man at the time. And he wasn't just an ordinary white man. This was Brian Austin Green. Hold up. We might need to see other videos, y'all. Hold up. Because we just might need to see videos of Brian Austin Green in his prime. Let's put Brian Austin Green. Because he's not the same. Megan Fox done aged him. Them kids, now he in his 50s. He's a father. So, people don't really realize that this was Brian Austin Green, y'all. He was like I would say I'm trying to think of a white rapper. maybe like a, no, not like a Timothy Chalamet. He was a little different. Here, this is his video, y'all. I'm gonna play it. It might get copyright, but that's okay. We're gonna just remove it after. Let's watch his video, y'all. This is from the 90s. This is Brian Austin Green. All right, we're not gonna play the song. Look at this. This is him rapping. That magic touch. Hold up, let's fast forward. When I used to think past physical acts, I was tired of leaving too many tracks and no one had my back. He was, oh, sorry, y'all. He was White Chocolate before White Chocolate was even. Man was like, yeah, he reminded me of, you know who he reminds me of? This guy, Snow, Informer. Y'all remember that song? Hold up, y'all remember this one? Oh no, that's Jim Carrey's, hold on, where's Informer? Yo, Informer changed. That's him? Oh Lord, yeah, Informer looks different. Remember Informer? Y'all remember that song? That was a long time ago. Okay, David Silver, here we go. David Silver. This was him in 90210, y'all. They used to have him rapping on 90210. That used to be my show. Red flag. 2 red flags. One, what was I doing watching 90210? I was young, y'all. Too young to watch a show. That's when you know your parents did not understand English. My parents were new immigrants. They did not know what was going on. And not only that, but he used to rap in 90210. I remember, and he used to always dance with Donna, because Donna was his girlfriend on the show. Tori Spelling. That's another messy one. Okay, here's Informer, y'all. He reminds me of him in Vanilla Ice. Remember Vanilla Ice, baby? That was around that time. This was the White Chocolate coming out at that time. Look at that. That like the rapping and the. Did he have sisters in the video? Hold up. I think. Oh, remember Color Me Bad too? Color Me Bad also had this kind of situation. Hold up. Did he have sisters in the video? Let's fast forward. I don't remember what he was doing. He was talking about, that was the reggae song, the Informer. Here we go. Okay, let's stop it right here, because I know they about to pack me right up out of here. Okay, but Color Me Bad, that was that era. There's a lot of white men, getting into their rapping bags. Here we go. Yeah, look, Color Me Bad. Yeah, I remember them. I wanna you up, did it all night. Look at them. Hey, look at the earrings. Hey. Okay, let me stop. All right, it was them. And where's Vanilla Ice? Here we go. Oh, we talked about Brian Austin Green. Let's get back to the topic. Sorry, we had to do a recap of the 90s dance and rap phase for the white men. All right, now come to find out he dated Tashina Arnold, y'all. But he looks like he's he's butthurt about this. Okay, let's hear what he had to say about their dating or their relationship.
By saying, I love Tashina. Tashina and I talked this morning, like before I came here. That's my girl. I don't want anyone in any way to misconstrue or think that I am trying to create any headline or talk poorly about her at all.
Hold on, is he dating somebody and is she still married? Because I know she has grown kids, and because he's talking about, I talked to her today. Oh, did you, Brian? Did you, David Silver?
So Tashina, she was doing a Martin at the time when I was doing 90210. She was singing, I was producing. I became friends with her and Tisha quick. Tashina started coming by the house and I was just playing beats and it was like, oh yeah, let's work on some stuff. And we were doing that because we were working together and we were around each other all the time. But we ended up fooling around and kind of dating. It's funny. So the pride that you say in culture and race, like she coming from Martin, she was very clear, Tashina, I love you, on day one of like, nobody can know about this.
Really?
Nobody. Can't tell people, can't talk about this. I have to shut the fuck up and sit in the back of the car and like just be happy that I'm in the car. It didn't even start in a healthy way. I was in my early 20s, so I was really insecure. And then I have someone who I'm attracted to who's telling me like, oh, you can't tell anybody. At some point it flipped a little bit. All of a sudden she was like cool with it. But I think somewhere in my mind, I had that subconscious switch of like, this isn't a real relationship. This is just a thing that we're doing. I had that thing of like, oh, people are looking at me funny, or they're wondering, why the fuck am I here? Who does this guy think he is? Or I was mind fucking myself a lot during that time period.
Did you consider that kind of racist, the way she fought?
I understood it because, again, I was super insecure. So I was like, of course you feel that way.
Yeah.
You're on Martin. Like, of course you don't want people in your community to know that we're together. Yeah. I get it.
She felt like you're going to go be with some white girl.
Again, hip hop was my world. I was doing hip hop clubs. I was going to all the places where hip hop was existing. You usually date people that you're around. So of course, I was dating majority black women at the time. We had common interests. So it wasn't a conscious choice of like, I want to date someone culturally who's different. That never even crossed my mind because we shared the same culture.
We heard things. We was like, man, he knocking them down. Right? Everybody heard that. They was like, who is this?
Was he?
This motherfucker knocking him down. Like,
what's funny about that though is I'm the only white guy she ever dated. Wouldn't you be more apt to say that than about her of like, oh, you were just testing the waters and you dated literally one white guy and then you were like, no, that's nope. Right? No, Tashina, I love you. Yeah. You're going to call what I did, it was just some sort of flash in the pan thing. But I spent 10 years doing it. I like the way black men smell, and I watched some of that shit.
Wait, what he said? Hold up. I'm so sorry. Wait a minute. What did he say about black? Wait. He said something. Hold on. We gotta redo this. 1 second, y'all. I don't know why it's not syncing. Oh, we gonna get right to it. Wait a minute. What did he say? What was the last thing he said? Hold on. We gotta Wait. I heard something about black men smell. What he said? I gotta hear what he said. Hold on. What did you say, Brian? I got a lot of thoughts about this, by the way. Hold on. Let me see if I can fast forward this. Okay, rewind.
Like, I want to date.
Okay, sorry.
What's funny about that, though, is I'm the only white guy she ever dated. Wouldn't you be more apt to say that than about her of like, oh, you were just testing the waters and you dated literally one white guy and then you were like, no, that's nope. Right? No, Tashina, I love you. Yeah. You're going to call what I did, it was just some sort of flash in the pan thing. But I spent 10 years doing it. I like the way black men smell, and I watched some of that shit.
Okay, I don't know what the hell he just said here. Okay, so getting back to the topic. And then we're going to watch another video about it. But my opinion is that I'm not surprised that she kept it a secret. And she was being very realistic. I don't think that she said anything. To be honest with you, could she have maybe not made it a secret? Yeah. But at the same time, I understand her reasoning why. Because he was on the biggest show at the time, y'all. 90210. Look at that. He was one of the main characters. No, not Travis Scott. I don't give a damn about that man. Here, 90210. Cast original. I'm tired of these damn remakes. Who are these folks? These folks is what I'm talking about. This is the only PSA. This is the only 90210 I will acknowledge. I don't give a damn about the 2000. I don't give a damn. Red flag. I don't care. Okay, y'all better not come up to me talking about, oh yeah, the 2008. No, the one from the 9. This is the one, the only one I will recognize. So if we're talking about 90210, I'm only talking about this one. Do not bring up whatever relationship happened in 2008. I don't give a damn. Now, notice this was a big show, y'all. This was a very, very major show. And then it was, all white cast, young white teens. You had Jason Priestley, Shannon Doherty, rest in peace. Luke Perry, rest in peace. Yeah, I know all their names. That's why I said I watched every single season up until like when they started going to college. When Valerie came, that's when I kind of tuned out. It got old, and Kelly was getting on my damn nerves. You have Donna played by Tori Spelling, David Silver played by Brian Austin Green. Then you have Kelly played by Jenny. I forgot her last name. Jenny Garth. Yeah, I think that's her name. Ian, whatever his damn name is, Steve, and Andrea, I forgot her name. So now, when you have this all-white audience, and then Martin was an all-black audience, like, come on, let's be for real. Brian, I know you were butthurt, but she made some valid points. Here's the cast of Martin. Here we go. So remember, there's a lot of racial tension here. And also, it's the 90s. So, yes, we can date, but, this is definitely going to affect your career. And she understood that. Because look at what's going on in 2025, 2026 with Nick and Alandria. Hello, we're going to talk about that a little bit. This is similar to what happened with Nick and Alandria, but a little different because they were on a reality show. But it's still the same thing. Like, you can't get around it. A lot of this is the thing, especially with TV shows and especially with media. You're gonna have an audience, and if the audience looks like you, they want to see, especially if you're an attractive man or woman of your race, they are going to want to live through you. AKA meaning that they want to see you with somebody who they think would look closest to them, because then it gives them this weird parasocial feeling that they could actually be with you. Red flag. It's weird. So if David Silva had ended up with a Tashina Arnold, that's going to burst burst the bubble of all of the young white girls that were watching, or teenagers that were watching 90210, because she looks too different from them. They want to feel like they got a chance with him. That's the psychology. That's the psyche, mindset. It's weird. It's still parasocial in my opinion, but it's weird. But that's reality. So if they see you with somebody who's too different, then the jealousy starts, the envy, the hate, all of that. Because they feel like you belong to them. You're their property. Okay? So it's the same thing. We experience it with black men, not all. But if you notice, if there's a beautiful black woman who is accomplished, she's beautiful, has just gorgeous, and she ends up dating a man outside of her race, look at the response. And then it's the same thing with the other races. If, a white woman sees a white man with another race of a woman who is not adjacent to her, then that's where the issues start. And same thing with white men. If they see a white woman with a race that's not, it's just what it is. So, was Tashina wrong? No, not at all. I think that she made a good call in my opinion. And that boy was not serious. Look, he was 20. 20. He said he was insecure at the time. He was going through a phase in my opinion. And she could recognize that. What's their age difference? I need to know their age gap. Tashina Arnold was born when? Sis was born 1969. Okay, Brian Austin Green. What's the age gap? 1973. So she was older than him. So she understood the dynamics faster than he could. And she understood that, hey, this is not going to look good for my brand. Because I'm on Martin and we have an audience and they are race loyal. That's the black love audience, okay? That's the black love. So if I start dating you, even though it's outside in my personal life, and they see me on a black show with a white man, it's going to cause problems. And same thing vice versa. That's the white love cast. So if they see me or you with me, that's going to cause problems with our career. And she didn't want that. So I understood it. Now, my problem is Brian. She was right. Because at the end of the day, did you end up with a black woman? Nope. Who did you end up with? And I'm going to read a few comments afterwards. Brian Austin Green ended up with Megan Fox, but who else? Let's see. Relationships. Let's see who he ended up with after. Because you remember, 10 years. I was dating the sisters for 10 years. So if anything, Tashina's the one who was trying to, do the flash in the pan. He's very offended because he doesn't want people to look at his affection and attraction to black women as a fetish. But come on now. You did them for 10 years, but then let's look. You see? Look, damn. Us Weekly is fast as hell. Green flag. Damn, I don't even know my red and green flags today, y'all. Because so many things could be red or green flags. Today's green flag day. It's been a very long time since I've had a lot of green flags in a damn live stream. Look back at Brian Austin Green's dating history after Tashina Arnold's secret romance revealed. Damn, they are fast. Look at that. Do they look like Tashina? Do they look like Tashina? I rest my case. So she was right. She was actually right to protect her brand. I gotta be honest. Sometimes you gotta make those decisions. Now, should she have been with him if she was gonna hide him? No. I personally think that it is what it is, but you know, I can't blame her is what I'm saying. I could understand it. Because it makes sense to me. Okay, let's see. Who was he with? He was actually with Tori Spelling. Oh boy, I did not know this really happened. Yeah, you see? The Smallville alum confessed in 2019 he had a romantic relationship with his co-star. We hooked up. We did. So he was just spreading his seed everywhere, tasting everything. He noted on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen is just everywhere. We were young, and so that's what young people do. The two were an item from 90 to 91. Okay, 1 year. Then we got Tashina Arnold right here. That was just revealed. Mind you, this was never publicized, right? So they were both in their 20s. She was a little older. And yeah, so then he talked about what he said in that podcast. Next, Tiffany Thiessen. Uh-oh, does that look like Tashina? Nope. Tiffany Thiessen, they dated from 92 to 95. That's a long time. Okay. So I didn't really ask her on a date and then we dated, he said. But I always sort of played the, like, I wait until somebody comes to me because I don't deal with rejection very well. Well, red flag, Brian! Hold on, we might need to do the Megan Fox case study after all. What you mean you wait for the women to come to him? This is craziness. And he talked about he dealt with a lot of insecurity. We see that. Hold on, when's his birthday? Oh, he's a Cancer. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. All right, you know what? Stick a pin in this. This man's a Cancer. This man's a Cancer. Oh, Lordy. All right. Continuing. We can't spend too much time on his ass. Next. Who is this? Vanessa Marcel. Didn't he have a son with her? Yeah, he did. That's the woman he was with the longest besides Megan Fox. And he has a child with him, if I'm not mistaken. With her. They met, they welcomed their son Cassius in 2002. And they dated from 1999 to 2003. Oh, damn. They had a lot of beef. Okay. So he had some type of custody issue in November 2018. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, we might need to do a Brian Austin Green case study. Oh, so once he started dating Megan Fox, then he forgot about the first son. Okay. Interesting. And then Megan Fox. Yeah, he was with her the longest. They were married together for a long time. But remember, that was a predatory kind of relationship because she was young when she met him. They were like 10 years. I think there was a 10-year age gap. Lord. All right. And then now who is he with? Interesting. Sharna Burgess. There we go. So was Tashina wrong? No. Moving on. I'm going to read a few comments. We're going to move on. So Brian, save your tears for somebody else. You was on your Vanilla Ice. Here we go. Wait, that's not you. Here we go. This is wait, where's his I need his dance videos. Brian Austin Green dancing. Okay, here we go. We gonna watch you dance one more time. Dance up out of here. Roll your ass up out of here. Oh, we could watch this one. This is an old video. They're not gonna copyright. The whole fade and everything. Had the fade. He was dressed to the nines. Had the tracksuit on. Is that Adidas? What tracksuit that is, Brian? What that is? That's not Adidas. That's another one. That looks like I can't see. He had the tracksuit, had the accent, the New York type of flow, and then the fade. Yeah, had the fade. Hey, okay, and then he even had the shoes. Okay, all right, Brian, we packing you right up into 1990. Bye. Good night. I'm gonna read a few comments and we gotta move on. Ooh, I got 1 hour. Okay, we gonna do this. Megan did come to him. Did she? It's Grace? Ha! Interesting. Yeah, we're gonna save his story. I did not know. That he waited for women to come to him, Lord. Megan Fox, what's her sign? Isn't she a Leo or something? What she is? What is she? May 16. No, she's a is she a Taurus? Hey, hold up. I think she is a Taurus. Taurus women, y'all starting to get on the Scorpio level. I don't know what's going on with y'all. Y'all are starting to get on the Scorpio type of activities. Okay, at 18, unfortunately. Yeah, I talked about it before. This was definitely a predatory relationship. We got to be honest. He crashed out when Megan left. Yeah, and he said, one thing I will give him props for is that he admits that he's sensitive. He said that, I was insecure and I'm just, yeah, he knows what type of man. He's a Cancer after all. So I'm not surprised. Late but haze, y'all. Hey Rose, how are you, sis? Yeah, dance up out of there. Pack it up. Pack it right up. Oh, it was Nike. Thank you for correcting me, Prince. Yeah, Nike. I thought it was Adidas. I couldn't see because he was moving way too fast. Whatever the hell he was doing. Bye, Brian. We gonna revisit you when I do your case study. I don't know when that'll be. We got so many pending backlogs. We got a backlog I got to talk about tomorrow. Okay, do we care about Desmond again? No, we done met the woman. We know who the woman is. Yeah, we heard about her. Good night. Next, what else was on my thumbnail? I gotta hurry it up because I don't have much time today. Impressive. Does she have new interviews? Oh, they had an interview together? Hold up. They came back together? Hold on a second. Did they have an interview together?
With the act.
Oh, wait. Oh, did they have a live stream? Hold up. Okay, let's watch Impressive's video. Shout out to Impressive. We're just going to watch a little bit of her video. They had a live stream together? Wait, is he with that old girl? Hold on, who he with right now? Hold on, Tashina Arnold. Is she, I think she broke up with her husband. I think she did get a divorce. Yeah, she did in 2016, I remember. She got 2 divorces, I remember that. Brian Austin Green, what's his situation? Because why are they talking so damn much together? What's going on here? Oh, he's still with Sharna. Okay, I don't know right here. What are they talking about here?
I want to move on and talk about the actress Tashina Arnold hiding her relationship with the actor Brian Austin Green, all because she wasn't sure of how serious he was about her and also because he was white. She hid her white man from the world. Now, just to give context, Tashina and Brian were dating in the 90s, and interracial relationships were still kind of taboo during this period. And at the time, Tashina was on one of the hottest shows in the 90s.
He was 20. I'm not saying 20-year-olds can't be serious, but hell, how serious can you be? The way he was ripping and running these streets, he didn't know he still needed to find himself. She was right.
90s, she was on Martin, which is one of the staple sitcoms in Black TV and film culture. And Brian Austin Green was actually on a very popular show called Beverly Hills 90210. And that was a show that was kind of big for white culture. So they were kind of on 2 opposite ends of the Hollywood spectrum, it seemed. And I think at that time, it probably would have surprised people to see them together. But because of just where they come from and the history of interracial relations in America in particular, and because it was still kind of taboo in the 90s, it would have taken some people time to get used to the idea of them being together. And I think Tashina was a bit more cautious about it. And she also said that she felt like Brian was going through a black girl phase. So I don't think
he was going through his Travis Kelce. Brian Austin Green walked so Travis Kelce can run. That's it. He's not the only one. There's been a few of them. Brian Austin Green, you got Travis Kelce. Who else? I just can't think off the top of my head. But there's been a lot who have dibbled and dabbled.
She felt like it was a serious thing.
Well, I did say I did. The actor that I dated.
Yeah.
And the one white guy that I dated.
Okay, we saw this already. I'm trying to see if they talk about if they actually met with each other. It looks like they got on a live stream together.
Woman. You're gonna share. I told you I'm a good human being, so I know it.
We said that Tashina wanted to keep him.
Is this another? I don't know. I gotta figure out this live stream. Okay, we just saw this one. Okay, I don't think they had a live stream together. I thought they had a live stream together. Okay, They would have made a cute couple, to be quite honest with you. But, oh well. We move on. Next, we'll save Candy and Todd for tomorrow. We ain't got that much time. Let's move on. Okay, we gonna go through this news story real quick. This is gonna be real fast, y'all. Real fast, and then Ace will be the last one.
Let's hear Princess.
So, there was someone who sent me this video. Shout out to you, sis. I think it was Sophie. And shout out to everyone else who sent me videos. Queen, Sophie, Elle, I don't know if you sent me videos this week, but whoever did, all of y'all, just always thank you for sending me videos. I really appreciate it. If you want to send videos, do it through the Discord. I didn't pop in the link on this live stream because I was in a rush, but I'll pop it in after this live stream, and you could also request videos on the Discord. I'll put the link tomorrow. All right, someone wrote, we've had enough stories of women dealing with bottom tier men. Let's hear princess treatment stories only. Okay, so I'm trying to hear what this is about because I've never watched this video. So we're going to see what this is about, y'all. Very quick.
Princess treatment stories only. Please let this be the timeline cleanser we all need. I've spent almost every weekend at his house, and I've never driven myself there. He always picks me up because he knows I hate driving. I've never cooked while I'm there. He got new sheets because I mentioned offhandedly that my sheets at home were better, etc. Let me tell you something, lady, whatever that Jasmine, okay? Hallelujah. I love this for you. That rhymed, and I didn't mean to, but I keep doing it because I'm...
Okay, so I know this is going to be a palate cleanser. This is supposed to be a palate cleanser, but I noticed a few notable red flags here. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm trying my best. I'm trying. There are definitely some good couples out there. 100%. There are a lot of healthy relationships out there. 100%. 1,000,000%. I think I showed you guys a few in one live stream. But I love the fact that this person right here, whoever wrote that, they said that she's never driven herself there, so that's good. I love that. He always picks me up because he knows I hate driving. Okay, good. We love a man who listens. I've never cooked, and he got new sheets. He got new sheets because you said your sheets were better. This is the red flag for me. It's a little red flaggy for me. Only because I've noticed that he only and again, this is really great because he's listening to her. So I love it. But at the same time, why you ain't the sheets got that to me right there? Like I don't know how there were some videos I watched of women who dated men who don't clean their sheets or who don't have good sheets or who have and for me, I'm not saying you have to have luxury sheets. I'm not that type of person, but there's a certain type of hygiene I expect. That's a bare minimum. He should that's what I'm saying. Those things about him driving you there and all that stuff, I love it. But then the sheets and stuff, this is where I'm gonna be like, okay, this man definitely needs an upgrade. But everybody can learn, so I wouldn't say it's a green flag. That's a yellow flag. Proceed with caution with the sheets, because sometimes that means hygiene's not all the way up there, in my opinion. So he should want to do it for himself, is my point.
I'm just so inspired by love. My babe pays a subscription for me to get massages every month. Yay. Let me tell you something.
That's what's up.
Clearly, we need to raise the bar because they do exist. We went on vacation for his birthday, and he hid gifts for me around the suite to find. On his birthday, I found a new bag on the balcony and Dior shades in the bathroom. Does he?
That's great. And another thing is, I'm noticing all of these things are materialistic. We need emotional ones. I hope somebody got an emotional story here, because yes, I love it. I love the fact that they are taking care of their women. This is bare minimum though. For me, it's this is bare minimum behavior. But at the same time, I want to hear other things other than gifts and sheets. And the driving one, I love that one though, because I'm a passenger princess too. I don't like driving. But yeah, we need to hear more emotional things. More emotional. I need to hear how he really cares for you and how he cares for you, in the emotional ways too.
We have a brother, an uncle. His daddy single, okay? My boyfriend refuses to let me open anything. Doors, cabs, drinks with twist tops. Any container he hands me is is already open. When I hand it back, he closes it and puts it away. He doesn't let me lift my fingers. Meanwhile, I'm lifting myself in prayer because I'm not praying hard enough. What y'all saying to God? My boyfriend is an artist and he draws me like all the time. Like if I go out in a cute outfit, I'll come home to a new picture of me.
That's sweet. That's sweet with what he has, I'll be honest.
You being drawn like one of his French girls. I love this for y'all. I need this in my life. My push gift was a house. And I know that's...
Yes. Green flag. That's not a red flag. Green flag. This right here is what we want to see. Yes, it was a house. But sis, he gonna live in there. Is that really a push gift thing? Because he gonna be using it. But anyways, it's still good. It's still good. Continuing.
Right. Because what we put in these rugrats, you know what I'm saying? I love that for you. I never touch a door around my man. He never goes to bed without telling me he loves me. If I tweet something I want, I get it in the mail within 3 business days.
This one.
He remembers my favorite snacks and drinks and gets them without me asking. And he actively plans dates. Because if I get another, what you doing? What you doing? Let me know what you want to do.
But you know what I find very sad is the fact that there even has to be this type of video to see the positive. Like, people don't see it at all. This is really sad, yo. But again, like, it all goes to show that there are good people out there. I'll just say that. But hell, I ain't gonna lie. The pickings are slim. I ain't gonna lie. But it's there. It's out there if you look hard enough.
Listen, they exist. Literally wipes my tears and never causes them. Every present he gives me is so thoughtful and specific to me, constantly make time for me, helps me with my homework and reminds me to take my vitamins and other self-care, reads me to sleep, constantly fixing my hair and clothes.
Why he sound like her daddy? Red flag here though. Sis, come on now. That's a lot. That's a lot of responsibilities right here. But I get it. Maybe that's her love language. But damn, it feels very parental, this one. You don't even know when to take your vitamins. That to me is a bit fatherly in my opinion. But then again, some people love that. That's a bit fatherly to me. But the rest of them I can definitely see the positives in that.
This exists. Like, okay. Anytime we are out shopping or dining, they ask what we're celebrating and he tells them her.
Beautiful.
Dear Lord Jesus, it is me again, okay? And anybody else who is watching this, I don't know where these bottom tier men been coming from, but Lord, I rebuke them in the name of Jesus. And I pray that you just send these loving, sweet men right on over to us.
Okay, now sis, hold your prayer because, the way the internet said it, Desmond was supposed to be the golden retriever. So this is where I have to be realistic and say that as much as this is very positive, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But I will say, though, that, a lot of it's materialistic and, so I would say that I love this and I think it's a good first step. This is bare minimum stuff, to be quite honest with you. But then it goes to show how bad society has gotten and how dating has gotten. And your man should know what you like. Your man should be chivalrous. He should be opening things for you. You shouldn't be lugging heavy things. I haven't held a grocery bag in a while. Usually Dom heavy lifts the stuff and I'll help out a little bit. He should be building things for you. He should be setting things up for you. So those are things that are bare minimum. But I will say, though, that based on a lot of the social media stuff and, everything, it does seem a bit more materialistic. In my opinion, I would want there to be more emotional green flags. But then again, this is a good start. Good start. I'm scared to see the comments. I know y'all gonna be flaming people. Y'all gonna be flaming. Exactly. What could be a green flag and could be a red flag for someone else's life? Exactly. Not you clowning my childhood friend Brian. He's your friend? I didn't know that, Gia. Oh, that's your homeboy? I sent him this video. I'm just kidding. He was a nice guy. He was kind of corny and thought he was black but very talented and sweet. Bless his heart. Lord. Lord. Oh, you said it's not a live stream. I didn't know that. I thought it was a live stream of them together. All right. Those what are you doing? Good morning, beautiful text red flag. No, but this is a good video because it's I think people are starting to realize like how somebody should treat you. This is minimum behavior, bare minimum. But the fact that we're even celebrating this is letting me know that things have gotten so bad. So I can't even fault sis for praying for that, and I hope that she gets what she's wishing for. But I would also add to that you should care about the emotional care as well, not just the physical things that a man can do for you, but also the emotional things he can provide as well, because that's going to be very important to the longevity of the relationship. Speaking from personal experience. Continuing on, so we got a little bit of time. We might have to hold off on this. Let's hold off on this till tomorrow because I don't have time and I only have like half an hour. And y'all know I be liking the yap and I gotta go over the Ace situation. So, and then we'll go over this one tomorrow. So we'll stick a pin in this one for tomorrow. Where is it? This Virginia guy tomorrow. And then man accused of stealing millions from women across Tennessee. We're going to go through that tomorrow. Let's go through Love Island. Oh my God. I did not know that or think that I would be talking about Love Island in 2026. But yet here we are. Here we mother effing are. So let's recap a little bit. Love Island is a TV show. I've done a few live streams about Love Island. And it's just the show that never ends. The season that never ends. This was season 7. It was probably the worst season that I've ever experienced on Love Island as far as the fans. Parasocial, might I add. The relationships just it's been crazy. And recently, I think just a day ago, Ace dropped an interview. And y'all remember he broke up with Shelly. I did a live stream about that and how I wasn't surprised in the slightest because it seemed like he wanted to compete with Nick and Alandria. So let's talk about that real quick. We're gonna go through his interview right now because I really gotta get out of here by 2 o'clock latest. Maybe 2:15 is my max. I really gotta be out of here. So let's go through this and we're gonna talk about we're just going to talk about how the performance of a relationship is different from the reality. And this is why I named this live stream the what did I call it? The destabilizer. Because whatever image that you had in your mind about something or people have in their minds, it's always going to be difficult to carry it out because if it's not done in the right intentions or with the right intentions in mind, there's always going to be something that can destabilize it. And so for Love Island, based on the fact that people are so used to seeing a certain type of woman win off of Love Island, and Alandria is not the archetype of a woman who society perceives deserves love, especially from a white man from, the South. They're both from the South. She's from Alabama. He's from Florida, Jacksonville. So now, their relationship has outlasted a lot of the other relationships because remember, if you've watched Love Island, if this is your first time you haven't watched Love Island, that's okay. You don't need to. I'm just recapping it for you. So it's a reality show where people get together and they meet, and then the couple who gets voted by America the most as the most, best couple, they win the show. Now, last season there was a lot of controversy and a lot of drama even within the show, and Ace was one of the disturbers, one of the destabilizers of the system. Him and Sierra. Remember, I done told y'all both of them. So now you have people who are planning strategies, mainly Ace. I went, y'all could catch the live streams from way back when. I literally broke it down frame by frame. I'm not doing that again today. Don't got time. But he was one of those people. And remember, he went on the Speedy podcast saying that Nick and Alandria are fake. They're not a real relationship. And that he and Shelly and Taylor and Clark are the real relationships. And he was extremely confident that he would outlast everybody. But again, performative. Because that's why I said, don't watch what a man does. Like, I love the fact that, you know, the girlies are getting treated the way that they should get treated. But also watch the emotional part too. Because if we're looking at just the actions, Ace paid for vacations. He took her to Disneyland. He spent Thanksgiving with her family. He was, you know, financially providing for her. She stayed up in his penthouse or whatever house he has. I know he owns a house. She was there. He bought her Birkin or purses, bought her all of these luxury items, but yet emotionally they couldn't get it together. And so that's why that matters more than people think, because a man can provide and give you all the things or your wishes, or, you know, buy things for you or open doors and do all that great stuff, which is, like I said, that's minimum behavior. They should be doing that, to be quite honest. That should be a requirement, not an option. It's not an elective, it's a requirement. But at the same time, emotionally, they also have to be there for you as well. And so now it's interesting to see that he was trying to destabilize the household of Love Island, or the villa. But the relationships that came out of him interfering also ended up outlasting his relationship. Nick and Alandria are still together. And even if, you know, I know there's a lot of controversy with them as a couple, personally speaking, they are still together. They haven't said that they've broken up. And for that, I will just leave it as that. And they're choosing to take their relationship and make it private. And I understand that. Because the problem is that Alandria, when she got with Nick, and I was talking about that with the Brian Austin Green and Tashina Arnold situation, is that a lot of the fans were against it from the beginning. Because, again, you have a beautiful dark-skinned black woman with a white man who is conventionally attractive. He's not an ugly white man. He's attractive. And she's gorgeous. And so they make a really great couple. And so a lot of people have been trying hard to get the smoking gun about their fake PR relationship. When in actuality, if anything, Brian and Amaya won the whole show. They got $50,000 each. And nobody had anything to say when Brian broke up with her about 2 weeks after the reunion. They got money, y'all. They got money. Red flag. Got whole money. They got money. And they broke up. Well, he broke up with her, I should say. So he was scamming the system. But yet nobody had nothing to say about that. TJ and Iris. Iris got with Pepe. Was lip locking with him all through LA. They were seen out and about. They were, you know, they were one of the couples that were in the finale. Oh, they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it. She got back with TJ. He was seen with another woman. They ended it. Ace and Shelly went through Thanksgiving. People were like, oh, they didn't spend Thanksgiving with each other. Nick and Alandria, that means they're not real. They're PR. Ace and Shelly, they spent Thanksgiving together. They're great. He bought her all these gifts. He did all these things. Took her to, what was it? Turks and Caicos? I don't remember. Virgin Islands? I don't remember. He took her to an island. Did the whole, let's be in a relationship. Rose petals, everything. Broke up right after Thanksgiving. Continuing. All right, let's watch the interview, y'all. So that's where we're at right now. That's where we're at current day. So now, Shelly went on a podcast a month ago or so and announced that her and Ace are no longer together. So now, in January of 2026, Ace has decided to speak his truth, which he's allowed to do so. So I'm going to watch it and see what he says. And he decided to say, or I don't know what he's saying in this interview, but we're going to hear what Ace had to say. What has he had to say this whole time? Because remember, he went into hiding after Love Island. Then he got with Shelly. Now they broke up, and now he's speaking his piece. We're going to figure out what happened. Shelly already spoke her piece. We're going to hear his piece. All right. I'm going to read a few comments before we start, y'all, and then we're going to start. Perfect timing, 1:30. That should be enough to cover this. Send this video to those white women who come online complaining about their husbands and then get mad when people roast them. The star that yes, that's why I was saying that. That's exactly why I had to choose my words wisely, because I'm like, yes, 100% there can be positive relationships. 1,000,000%. I love it. I'm in one. But at the same time, we go through our issues just like we're not perfect. And I can honestly say that the thing that has kept us together is the emotional part. That's the emotional part. You have to want to work on that, and it's consistent hard work, because especially if you're not wired to and you're not used to communicating, it's going to be very difficult to keep a marriage or relationship just based off of performance or gifts or, you know, what he can do for you, like to make your life easier. That's great. He should be doing that anyways. But then the emotional part comes with it, because life is just going to throw you a whole lot of curveballs. And so there are going to be times where you need to have that emotional connection on top of the physical as well. Gia, you said Ace's character and behavior are absolute no. We're going to figure this out. Like, what this man had to say. I really hope it's positive, y'all. I never watched Love Island and have no plans to in the future. Deja Vu, count yourself lucky. Trust me and believe me. This season was a dumpster fire. Brian and Amaya were the real scammers, right? But nobody has any smoke for that. And they took 100,000. If anything, I would be upset with that, because the money should have gone to a more deserving couple. Hell, if they're calling Nick and Alandra a scam, well, hell, at least they outlasted all the other scams. Run them their money. Run them their 100K, but they wouldn't do that though. It would go against the program. I remember when they had the whole winners photo shoot in People magazine, and then Nick and Alandra were separated and everyone else was in their couple. Why? That's what I'm saying. It disrupts the system. And unfortunately, yeah, that's what's going to happen, especially when you date interracially. So Tashina was correct, because at that time, I would say at least now it's a little better, but still, even in the 90s, it would have disrupted the system and destabilized it, because nobody wants to see Black women in that positive way or in positive, loving relationships. It's easier to see us being played, mistreated. That's the norm. So let's see what this was talking about, because remember, they were posturing themselves to be the Black love couple, him and Shelly. So let's see what really was like the situation between them. Let's go through it. Okay, I'm gonna stop yapping. Let's get to it.
Did anyone else have to stop watching Love Island because Ace was making them so mad?
But Ringlead and Three Dreads wanted to...
Not the Three Dreads. What did they say? Yeah. Did he really include this in the interview? Y'all, this is coming from Ace's channel. Just mind you.
Have they chance with it and couldn't have that chance.
I was violently reminded that this boy is 22.
But why do I feel like Ace is a supreme hater, bro?
Ace is colorist.
Honestly, that Napoleon complex gonna fuck you up every single time.
Yo, red. Well, I can't even say red. Yo, today my flags are off. I don't know what to say. Am I gonna say red flag, green flag? Green flag for the self-awareness, but damn, he chose like the worst videos to play about himself. This is his channel. Y'all. Imagine having to hear this about yourself and putting it in a video. Oh boy. This is crazy. Not them calling him Napoleon Bonaparte.
Is Alan Green.
His time on the island was effectively like a negative.
Shelly came out on a podcast and gave us the tea about her and Ace, saying that they broke up. I haven't seen Ace say anything about their breakup, not one mention.
Of course, he had to do this theatrical release of an interview. Ace, you are a Leo man. I already knew it. He was gonna come with the drama, y'all. I tried my best to give him the benefit of the doubt. He been quiet for like a month. He let the holidays pass and he like, now it's my turn to talk. Let's hear what you gotta say, Ace, because this is a very dramatic entrance. You better hold my attention.
Here's it is.
Here you go with the baby pictures. Oh Lord, red flag. You see, religion, delusion. We need to do a whole religion case study. It might be time. You see, this is how he framed it up to be. The negative things were coming out first. Napoleon, all that stuff. You know, they were talking mad greasy about him. Rightfully so, because your character was not. You were not shown in a good light. And then the Speedy interview that you did made it worse. But now, notice how he went from all the negative to the baby pictures. Oh Lord, this is gonna be crazy. We might have to do a continuation tomorrow. Oh God, I hope I can get through this in half an hour.
Anything about their breakup, not one mention.
Baby
Here's the deal. I can do anything, be anything, create anything.
Okay.
They gotta want me to.
Everybody know my family. I love to dance.
Are you playing assassin?
So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Kevin Durant.
Remember, his dad was a basketball coach. Just remember that.
Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
I would say I'm more established and my name is more out there.
Can you tell us about your videos that you do?
Man, first things first, I'm here with Jennifer Hudson. Y'all understand? This is crazy.
Green right here. What's up, Ace? Welcome to the VMA.
Man, it's a pleasure for having me, man.
Believe.
Ace. Okay, so I want to make it very clear. Ace, nobody hates you for being you. I can honestly say I love the fact that you're a dancer on TikTok. I love the fact that, you know, you're giving back to the community and you hold turkey drives every year. I love the fact that you actually seem to really care about your family. You love your family. I love the fact that you seem like a good leader because, look, you already given this passionate speech. You already have this kind of leadership quality, but the problem is you're using it in the wrong way. This is supposed to make the situation better, but why do I feel like it's going to make it worse? Red flag! You were better off not saying nothing. For some reason, I think you need training. You need to get over your ego because you're a Leo. Leo and ego go hand in hand. You let that ego go. Okay? Lego my ego. Instead of Lego my ego, Lego my ego. How about that? And you need to realize that we are not the church. You could tell he grew up in the church. I could see it as clear as day. And remember, he has a single mom as well. And I don't know if how involved his father was in his life, but he got a lot of issues to sort out. And I get it. He's young on top of that, and he's a Leo. That's a lot of negatives right there. A lot of cons already. But that doesn't mean that you're not redeemable. That doesn't mean that you're an awful person. It doesn't mean that we don't like you. Well, actually, it does mean that. But it's not that people don't like you. No, they do. They don't like you. You make it easy for them not to like you. I hope that makes sense. So, for example, Nick. Even though Nick has a lot of haters, it's because of his relationship with Alandria. No, actually, he was a fuckboy on the island too. But can I say something? Okay. Nick, I will say, has a likable personality, even though he has fuckboy tendencies. I will say that. But he has a likable personality. You do not have a likable personality. You seem like you're always on the defense, Ace. You got to stop doing that, my boy. This would have been better not that. I already know where this is going, y'all. That's why I'm talking so much. Okay, let's watch Ace convince us that he's the good guy, because this is what this video is. It's him convincing people like me and you, the audience, the naysayers, the people call him Napoleon and all that he's a good guy.
Do you believe?
This everything about him is so performative. Ace, you know what? You need to really, really consider getting into stop dancing. Dancing, yeah, you can make your money doing that. But you need to get into strategy. Please get into movies, script writing. You need to get into these type of different characters. Because why are you sitting in a dark room with that one folding? Like, what is going on here? Like he's getting into an interrogation, and ain't that what they do with the interrogation? Like he going to Gitmo or something like that.
All right, so Ace,
What's happening here?
My big mouth. All right, so Ace, what do you think you're most known for? My big mouth. Yeah, man, I don't know how to shut the hell up sometimes. I've always been taught to speak my mind. I've always been taught to express myself, whether it's through acting, dance, rapping, or through speech. You know, with me, when I speak, sometimes it can be controversial. I need people to understand that it's my first time doing this shit. Probably the most famous person my bloodline has ever had, so nobody taught me this shit. But I'm gonna learn. The scariest place is to be in the same place as last year. And in 2026, I'm gonna fuck wittable. Shout out $1 million, yo.
Okay, he said he's learning. I get it. Okay, that's what I said. You're still young. That's fine. It happens, right? But again, like, okay, he has a big mouth. I love the fact that he's accountable. He's accountable that his big mouth has gotten him into trouble. It's not just your big mouth. It's your scheming and scamming ways. Your Leo ways. I don't know what's going on with y'all, but y'all just be the ego and the scamming. It just goes hand in hand. I think a lot of scammers were Leos. Hold up. I got to find that out. Leos and Virgos. Y'all be scheming, scamming. All right, let's continue and hear him because now he eating and I get it. You want to be redeemed? Cool.
Still prepping the game.
Let's go. Come on. Get up. Come on.
Y'all done bullied that man into the gym. He getting his weight up. Oh. But you know what? Sometimes that does work, especially if you're a shorty. You got to get your weight up. Yeah, you got to get it up. Got to get it up.
Welcome to my closet. When I step into a room, I gotta be the best dressed person in that room. And ain't nobody with me when it comes to the fits.
Yeah. Already, delusions of grandeur. Red flag, Leo through and through. I told y'all this man is a quintessential Leo. Like this is Leo behavior. For the men, I don't know, for the women, we gonna do a case study on y'all. Y'all a little different, but y'all got the J-Lo type of behavior. But look at this, right? I'm gonna be the best dressed in the room. My fits go crazy. Best relationship in the room. I told y'all the competitive spirit's already here. So you see, anything that you said prior that made me wanna maybe like you, it got ruined in this little. Hold on, we gonna go right back
in that room. And when I step into a room, I gotta be the best dressed person in that room. And ain't nobody with me when it comes.
Red flag. This is what makes me not like you again. The switch is off. I started liking you a little bit. I was like, damn, he gonna go into his childhood. Maybe I'll feel a little empathy. Maybe. But then you said this and it made me remember, oh yeah, you're a Leo. Okay, bye. Good night. Good night on your redeeming tour. Because now I see this about to be some BS. But take me along on this ride. Y'all, we might not finish this today. I could already see I'm gonna be stopping a lot. Too many red flags. We're gonna continue on tomorrow. Let's continue for at least I'm here till 2. I'll give y'all till 2:15 and I gotta be out.
Come to the fits. Simple as that. Elbow jacking.
So welcome to Perimeter. This is Space is curated. Me and my friends. Full of fashion. Haven't quite opened yet to LA, but it's open to Mr. Ace. Mr. Green.
Yeah. I've been working with Devon for a little minute, man. Devon is super talented. He's done damn near every celebrity you could think of in the game. And
he's liking himself to a celebrity. Let's go. Yo, we're not finishing this no, I know we're not gonna finish this in 20 minutes. I'm gonna talk a lot. I'm stopping like every few minutes. Like I can't even let him finish his thought. The delusions.
Not quite open yet to LA, but it's open to Mr. Ace. Mr. Green.
Yeah. I've been working with Devon for a little minute.
Okay.
Man, Devon is super talented.
That's great.
He's done damn near every celebrity you could think of in the game. And I remember when he approached me, he was like, yo, bro, I style for this person and this person. Stop by the showroom. And with the showroom,
So he styled a lot of celebrities. And so, of course, you know, and it doesn't even need to be said. What he's trying to say is that his stylist has worked with celebrities. So therefore, that means that his fashion game's on point because he has the best stylist and the best. He's going to be the best in the game. He's on celebrity status, which he is. He's known. He is notable. I don't know if he's celebrity, but he's still known, at least in the reality show realm. The thing is that, though, what I'm trying to get at is it's not a problem to have a stylist, but it's the fact that he says he got to be the best. And then he said that he has somebody who has worked with many celebrities. So who are you competing with? Because Alandria, this is why I showed Alandria's picture in the thumbnail. Because she's also working with celebrity stylists, and so Shelly is also too. So it's very interesting that he's chosen these kind of words like, oh, he's the best of the best. Everything with Ace has to be the best of the best, which is not a problem if you want a higher level in life. There's nothing wrong with achieving more. My problem is the arrogance. It seems very arrogant-ish. Because it's not that, oh yeah, like my stylist, like they're the best in the, like he's saying it as if I gotta be the best. There's a difference. There's a difference between wanting more and wanting the best and wanting to be the best. There's a big difference. I want better for my life. I want a better standard of living. I want to achieve a lot of things in life as an individual, but also as a married, like as a couple. As a married couple, we want to also achieve things on our own and separately and together. But that doesn't mean I want to be the best. I want to have the biggest house. I want to have the biggest car. No, I just want, that's what I'm saying. There's a big difference between wanting better for yourself and competing against what your standard is on your own. But also he is competing with other people. That's all I'm going to say. You could tell. It is not because he's trying to be the best for himself. He's trying to be the best to show out. Leo. Tings.
Out till you drop. And I'm a shopaholic for sure.
And you got all the good new ERD.
Another red flag. No type of money management. Continuing.
This person, stop by the showroom, and with the showroom, you're able to shop till you drop. And I'm a shopaholic for sure.
And you got all the good new ERD. We can put on this, Valencia. It's a wallet. You can put all your money in your It's not a passport. Yeah, it's a wallet. You can put all your shit in here. You know, as you get older, your style change. You don't want to wear some of the same things anymore. And this is what we came up with.
I ain't gonna lie, like, the F1 event was super, super dope. And honestly, at first, it was something I didn't want to be a part of. Like, you know, as a black kid from LA, you don't ever think about going to an F1 racing event.
Y'all want to know why he went to F1? This is why he went to F1, y'all. Let me see if I can find the picture. I might have to go to his Instagram. Here we go. This is why he went to F1, y'all. His buddy Nick was there. He was on the tracks as well. I think they were at the same event, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. That's the viral picture. Here we go. Oh, NASCAR. So, I don't know if this was part of the F1. I don't know. But hell, he probably saw Nick doing it. And I think he commented on that picture too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know their friendship. If they're still friends or not. But he probably saw his castmates do it. And so, therefore, he had to do it. That's that. My opinion.
Like, that's not something that's usually in the cards. You know what I mean? If you would have told me an NBA game or a concert or some shit like that, I'd have definitely pulled up. But an F1 event is something different. It's not just cars, though. It's also business behind the scenes. It's also networking. It's a bunch more, you know, added to it.
Yes, and that's what people were trying to tell you before you went into hiding. Let me tell you, there was like a sensitive, critical time where the world was focused on Love Island. Everyone was trying to get interviews with the cast. I think he only did one interview. That was with, I think it was mandated because I saw everyone there. Like the people who were, I think the finalists the I forgot what. Anyways, I forgot what. I think it was Glamour. I think it was mandated. I think it was mandatory. But he did not show up for all the other press runs. And so now that he sees how important, because that was a pivotal time where he could have changed the narrative about himself, because he had just gotten out of the villa. People were starting to be like, okay, we want to hear Ace's side, but he went into hiding. And so now he values the importance of brands because he's seeing everybody else getting brand deals, even Taylor. Y'all know, we call him Three Dreads. I know we make fun of him a little bit, but he's doing his thing too. Him and Clark are actually surpassing a lot of expectations. They're on Beyond the Villa. They're doing a lot. Hell, even Bella, even the Casa girls, they're getting deals. Look at what's his name? Oh my God, what's his name? Jalen, JD. I don't know. I haven't seen Zach. Zach with the veneers. Yes, I have seen Zach with the veneers. Even Elon, even Sierra. They're all getting deals. Andreina, all of them. Jeremiah, he got kicked off like early on. And look at how big his brand has gotten. And so he missed that opportunity. And so now all of a sudden he wants to do it. But that's more towards immaturity in my opinion than him being a Leo.
Being that Red Bull who invited me to this event, I'm like, okay, let me step outside my comfort zone and immerse myself in a community that I might not know anything about. But when I got there, I was able to step outside my shell and connect with different people and different millionaires, billionaires. Like, it was an extremely dope experience. Red Bull is one of the brands I consider family to me because I don't ever align myself with brands that are just bullshit.
Ain't that Pauly D? That was Pauly D.
Family to me because I don't ever align myself with brands that are just...
Yeah, speaking of white men with black women, Lord, I remember when he got with, I think her name is Nikki. Oh, that house was crazy. The whole house was in shambles when Pauly D chose a black woman. That was wild. Though we might need to do a case study on Pauly D as well. We're going to add him to the docket. All right. So, yes. I love the fact that he opened and broadened up his horizons. Good for him. I will say as well, that's NASCAR, F1. All of them races, that's where the money's really at. That's where a lot of he ain't lying about that. There's a lot of money that circles around there.
It's bullshit. It's got to mean something to me in some shape or form. I've always loved going to New York. I've always loved Brooklyn, going to the museums. And one of my teams are the Brooklyn Nets. And I know everybody on my ass like, nigga, how you not a Lakers fan? I love the Lakers too, but Brooklyn Nets is one of those ones for me. And then boom, I'm working with the Brooklyn Nets team, working with Red Bull. It was super dope experiences working with them with the World Dancer Style Tour. It made me feel like I was swayed, like when he was at Stomp the Yard and hosting the shit like that, and Lala Anthony at You Got Served, and it made me feel like I was one of those people. And Red Bull,
I could see him in You Got Served. Actually, that movie, I could see him in a movie like that, but they don't do movies like that anymore. You definitely would be good in Honey or You Got Served, one of them little dancing movies. Remember when what's his name passed away? What's his name again? Do it for what's his name? Damn! Oh my God! And You Got Served, the little boy who passed away. I forgot his damn name. I'm gonna remember.
Open up those doors for me to do some shit like that. Working with Burger King. I remember getting out of school and my mom would take us to go get Burger King. And I'm like, hell yeah, why wouldn't I do this dope ass opportunity to be in a commercial with them?
Do It for Lil Saint. Yeah, he looked like the Do It for Lil Saint little kid. Okay, yes, I remember his name, Lil Saint.
And it's just been a lot of brands that I've worked with and new brands I'm excited to work with that I want to align my lifestyle and my past and my future with. So I don't just do brands just to say, oh, I work with this brand just because. I make sure it's some meaning behind it. Yeah. One thing about me that I want people to understand is I'm going to put my relationships and people over money any day, over the bag, over brands any day. You know, family means the world to me. I wouldn't be in this position I am today if it wasn't for them. All the way up from my great-grandparents, all the way down to my nieces and nephews. I feel like they have cultivated my heart. Without learning from every one of them, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Well, check that. God has instilled a lot of things in me.
My name is Brendan. I'm the oldest out of all of our siblings.
Oh damn, he got the family on the line too. Oh yeah, this is This is definitely going to be a PR tour. Because remember, this is post the breakup. And, yeah, post the breakup. So, yeah, he's on an apology tour. Not apology tour, but he's on a cleaning up his image tour. This is a rebrand. All right, you got the brother here. Brother, you better say something smart. Please. And thank you.
Including Ace, he's technically my middle brother. There's a big age gap, and it's about 14 years. You know, he's maintained pretty much the same personality that he has today in terms of just being joyful, you know, overall positive, do the whole entertaining and all that stuff. Like, that's been him.
My name's Andrea Cavanis, and I'm Ace's older sister. He is definitely the life of the party. He has a huge personality and can make...
Wait, were they the ones who came on Family Day? I don't remember. That's been such a while. I need to go back and see. Were they I feel like there was another sister. How many siblings does he have?
Anyone laugh and anyone smile in any circumstance. And so growing up with him, I got to see his character shine throughout any situation, no matter what he was going through. He would always...
Okay, I'm not laughing because she's being positive. I'm trying to think of if I would do that for my siblings. I'm sorry, I cannot do this. I hope none of my siblings ask for a character reference like this, because I'm gonna be too honest. I'm gonna be like, so when we talking though, like I'm gonna be way too honest, especially my Leo brother. Oh, we gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna be like, I love him. He got some great characteristics, but I'm gonna be like, yeah, do I have to talk about that? That's what I would say. But anyways, I understand. They're giving a glowing character reference. It's like a resume. All right, you got a good character reference, Ace. Let's see if you can keep it going.
Try to put on a brave face and...
Okay, y'all got 10 minutes left and then I gotta be out. Okay, we definitely... And we're only 8 minutes and I've stopped it for so many red flags. So we're definitely gonna continue this interview tomorrow. Or maybe later if I come back tonight. Nah. I'm gonna take the rest of the afternoon off. I think I have to. Yeah, I must. Okay, let me stop. I kind of want to finish this, but I'm gonna hold off on finishing it until tomorrow. Yes, we'll do that. 10 more minutes, yo.
Make sure that...
No, actually, I think I could do 15 more minutes. Yeah, I'll just wait. When Dom comes back, that's when I have to get off.
Everybody felt his contagious energy. And so growing up with him, it really made me admire him just because of his persona. You know, he definitely is somebody that you gravitate towards and will help lift you up. So I was excited to see him grow, you know, into the man that he's becoming. And I can't wait to see where it continues. So I'm definitely proud of him and everything that he's done so far.
All right, so welcome to the Ace Mob Estate. Around here is where we do my office meetings and take all my calls, business meetings, brand deal meetings, where I film content as far as kitchen content on the way, as far as cooking it up and shit. Y'all already seen me cook a little bit.
Oh, we saw that. Please don't do that no more. Listen, Ace, I don't know why you keep trying to do this. We saw you making that Velveeta cheese. Do we need to be reminded of this? We don't have to watch the whole thing, y'all. I'm just gonna show y'all memory. Let's take a walk down memory lane. Because again, he seems to think, I don't understand. Ace and Shelly. I think it was Complex Cooking. Yeah, here we go. Let's see the finished product here. We're not gonna watch the whole thing because we seen this enough. When he was burning shit, he was burning stuff. Listen, I'm trying not to. This was him chefing it up. Burning things in the kitchen. That was you right here.
Night from the club, trying to eat some chips and cheese.
One sec. Yeah, you was about to burn the whole kitchen down. Okay, continuing. Let's get back to the video because of time. Where is he? Okay, here we go.
With what was it, Complex? So shout out Complex. But I'm about to start giving y'all some cooking content. That's why we got Chef Ace on the kitchen. Y'all gonna be seeing celebrity guests and stuff like that. Right here is my wall of art. I really love this artwork on the wall because in some way, shape, or form, it represents me. This picture of me and my grandmother, God rest her soul, R.I.P. Carletta. I was real happy in this picture. Look at me cheesing and shit. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator, one bowl rule in here. Don't come up in here thinking you're gonna get greedy, going through all the Ace Mob snacks and stuff like that.
Is this a warehouse? There's a lot of air, a lot of noise in the background. I'm wondering if it's it seems like a big space, like a warehouse type of space. That's what
Before we throw on Clock It and get my music going.
Or maybe it's his air conditioning. It might be his air conditioning.
Yeah, I like to start off my day with a little calm, mellow vibe. I really love collecting vinyl. Okay, that's the rule. If you come into the Ace Mob estate, you got to bring a vinyl. That's the only way you're gonna be able to get in. And right now I'm interviewing some new people, potential assistant for Ace Mob and for me. I usually like to be in control, and I'm learning how to let go of the ropes and let other.
Yeah, Leo. Continuing. He just keeps proving time and time again how much of a Leo he is. He is. If you are interested in dating a Leo man, just watch this live stream. This is the behavior. Because I'm telling you, it's similar to my brother.
Other people help me.
Bass, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Can't complain.
I support high-profile needs. I manage schedules pretty well, as as, like...
Cut. I'm in meetings.
Cut, but why you said 11 o'clock, nigga?
I said 12. You definitely said 11, 12 o'clock.
Sorry for the N-word, y'all. I didn't have time to cut it out.
I told you I'd get out at 10. We can go at 11.
Can we not do 12? I'm in meeting.
Red flag. Why are we watching this damn meeting? Is this supposed to be a documentary? What is happening here? Okay, I'm just... what is going on? I don't care about this meeting. Skip. We didn't need this part.
I'm hiring a new assistant until 11:30. And then I was going to bone out from here and go there.
Nigga, what time are you going to be at the house?
Okay, I'm tired of hearing the N-word. We gonna fast forward through this. I'm so sorry, y'all. Skip through this. Yeah, I want to hear the phone call. If y'all really interested in hearing what Ace had to say to that man, y'all can watch it.
It's all flown into fruition, so I'm excited. And later we finna rate all the ones I want to achieve for the year of 2026. But no, I'm actually really, really proud of this list because we've achieved all of these in a matter of like 2-3 months. So Ace Mob, we working hard. I said 12:15. That bullshit. Did I not say 12:15? That's just on camera. 12:15.
You said 12:15? We didn't agree.
All I see, this whole documentary. Okay. I'm so sorry, y'all. All I see is just... Okay, you know what? Let's keep watching. This is just... Is he just fraternizing? Okay, somebody's gonna speak to his character again.
We didn't agree to 12:15.
He ain't doing nothing. All I've seen him do is... okay, I understand. He did go to the Red Bull... what was it? The F1. And then just him in the house. And then him talking to people. Like, what is going on here, Ace? We need information.
I'm Uncle Bully. I've been knowing Ace.
Yep, I knew it. There we go. Okay, another character reference.
15. Nah, you down, nigga?
I'm tired of the N-word.
Uncle Bully. I've been knowing Ace his whole life. We work out here at my house. A lot of people don't come back after day one. Like Ace. You know what I mean? And he knows it's true. But he posts him meal prepping and him working out. Teddy will tell you. Ace can't make it here.
Here we go. Who's Teddy?
You have to put the camera that low.
This is a documentary. Ace is so... This is a whole production. I appreciate the production, though. I do appreciate the production. With Ace, it's always going to be extra. Extra. They done put the whole, end scene. I'm telling you, this is his lane. I know I said he should be a military strategist, but actually, on second thought, the country's national security is going to be at risk if you got Ace in the military. So I changed my mind. I think he needs to go into fake stories. Scripted TV is more his lane. He needs to be the villain. He needs to talk about villain arcs and stuff. That's his lane.
My name is Theodore Barnes. Teddy, Theo. I met Ace in high school, 2016, in a kinesiology class. I remember this very clearly. He was sitting in the teacher's chair at the front of the classroom, and Same way he is now, trolling people when they walking in, like, what's up, how y'all doing, da-da. But he didn't have a uniform on, so clearly we knew he wasn't in school. So when I walked in, I'm like, who is this little nigga? Because I'm used to being the little, you feel me, the little funny nigga. And that was like our first interaction. And I think a couple weeks later, it was when he actually checked into school. And
Ace, I'm going to give you a tip, okay? And this is coming from me as a social media content creator. Please block out the N-word if you can. Please and thank you. It is very distracting when I'm watching this, okay? Just letting you know, because your audience might not be palatable for all audiences, okay? Just saying.
Yeah, it's the story start from there.
If you late, you stupid.
I ain't never been late. You ever been late?
Nah,
Me
not
neither.
that
I know what that
remember.
shit feel like.
I was born on time.
Me too, nigga. Well, niggas over here was on time. That's the difference.
You late? I ain't late. I'm on time.
Oh, okay. Says the nigga that can't do push-ups.
Yeah, he said and the N-word in 2 seconds. 3 times. Red flag. You ain't got nothing else in your vocabulary. Just saying it all willy. Like every other word. That man right there.
Look at that. Get that. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, look at that. He's struggling. Look at that. Yeah. He didn't get enough breast milk growing up. That's why that nigga weak.
Nah.
See what I'm saying? Look at that. You doing over, under, or you just doing over?
I mean, I understand he's trying to keep it realistic, but like, if you want this documentary to be played in other areas, like, you gotta remember your audience is not, they don't all look like me. Just letting you know. Okay.
Look, you don't even know. You doing over, under, or you just doing over?
I know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing.
Why you not doing it?
I didn't see him do his first.
Me neither,
Coach.
Me neither.
I'm just gonna.
But I ain't gonna say nothing.
I just want
See,
to.
don't clean up. That ain't our job.
Yeah.
I'm not cleaning up.
Don't
A whole
clean
lot
up.
of dick sucking going on, baby.
Oh, okay. Nigga think he Obama after he did one little skit and shit. You heard me? Michelle. Get your fuck ass up, nigga. If I hold that weight on your neck, nigga. You gonna sleep good tonight, Chief?
What are we watching? This is, he said that people don't last in his sessions, but all I see him doing is yapping and saying the N-word. Red flag! What are you doing, personal trainer? I don't see you walking around, be like, lift it up. You're supposed to be helping them lift the weights. You're just sitting here watching them drinking your water. This is the session. Oh, many people don't last in my session. I see why. Why they don't come back. It's not because of the workout. It's because you're not doing your job. You're not interactive. All you're doing is talking and yapping. You need to start helping them lift weights. When I had a personal trainer, he was helping me all next to me. Be like, hey, you gotta go down. You gotta go do what's your walk or watch your form. What is he doing?
Baby. Like a baby? Yeah. No, we didn't say what your size. We just saying you gonna sleep good tonight. We know you wear tile sizes and shit. What's that? The 14?
And my size, now.
I know.
Come on, out there.
I know. Yeah, make me. Make me.
I will.
You be the first nigga having a documentary getting beat up. Cuz got a body like Al Green.
Car seat?
Yeah, okay, make sure he sits in the baby seat. He's not tall enough. Okay, make sure he sits in the baby seat. He's not tall enough.
So you see, they making short jokes and he all laughing. But remember, on the reunion, he damn near was gonna cry. I didn't like those jokes. I didn't appreciate those short jokes. Remember when Amaya went on Call Her Daddy and they were talking about Ace being short, and then he made it seem like he was so sensitive about short jokes. And look, he basically called you a baby. He said you need a booster seat. Red flag, and you ain't do nothing about it. Oh, but it's different when it's your homeboys. Okay, continue.
With the money, I'm thumbing. In the wrong, she the one, no discussion. She call me daddy cause she know your boy stunting, hair done, nails done, got the baddest little munchkin. Her body T, yeah, the British coming.
Ace, wrap this up. Wrap the wrapping up. Like, stop it. Just please stop it. Like, I don't get it. Like I said, you're not using your skill. I remember he said he want to be a triple threat. I think you just need to be a solo threat. Focus on one thing. Rapping, no. Just get rid of it. Get rid of rapping. Matter of fact, I hate to say it, but Brian Austin Green had better lyrics than you. Hold up. We gonna compare, because hell, I got a little bit of time. We gonna do this and we wrapping this right up. Hold up. Because no, we need to see. No. I gotta be honest, y'all. Let's do it. Brian Austin Green rapping. We're gonna hear Brian Austin Green rapping, okay? Brian Austin Green, we're gonna do a rap off. Where you at, Ace? Let's see if you could beat BAG, Brian Austin Green. Let's go through it again. Let's go to your rap.
Girls got a body like.
Let's go here. Hold up.
She call me daddy cause she know your boy stunning, hair done, nails done, got the baddest little munchkin. Her body T, yeah, the British coming.
Okay, chat, y'all gonna tell me who won the rap off today? One more time, because in case you didn't hear properly, we're gonna do Ace and then Brian Austin Green. Let's go.
With the money, yeah, I'm thumbing. In the wrong, she the one, no discussion. She call me daddy cause she know your boy stunning, hair done, nails done, got the baddest little munchkin. Her body T, yeah, the British coming.
British coming. Okay, now let's go to Brian Austin Green. We're gonna run the same verses, y'all. I'm not. And so no one. Ace, stop, please. For the love of God, stop it. Thank you. I'm tired.
Let me hear it. You know, when I make music, it's honestly for fun or whatever I'm feeling in that moment. Like, I don't make music to be like, oh, this gonna be a hit or this gonna be worldwide, or you know what I mean? Because then it just comes off unauthentic to me. I've been a part of talent shows growing up and rapping, and my mom, she teaching me how to rap. I remember my mom had me rapping at the age of like 3 or 4. You know what I mean? She throwing some E40, instrumental of E40, and I just start going, and she'd be teaching me how to rhyme and shit like that. Baddest little munchkin. Her body T, yeah, the British coming. Whole team eating good, it's a buffet. Louis V, Tim 6'6" on a good day. All that Twitter typing, fuck. Tim 6'6" on a good day. All that Twitter typing, need a fade in a real way. Shake it.
You know, he sounds like Blueface. Is this the new LA style? The Blueface style? I blame Blueface for this. I blame Blueface! This is the Blueface style. He doesn't even sound like YG or Kendrick. He sounds like Blueface to me.
Some brains we got good niggas. Nah, who you? Everybody run me with it. We got loose screws. Stop asking how we get our money. This ain't Blue's Clues. Grind my way to the top. You know, it's funny because the Clock It, the dirty version of that song is way harder. Only if you're a real Ace Mob member, you've heard it before. But the dirty version is way better. And I was like, even though this is super hard, I can't connect with everybody with this. You know what I mean? So then, boom, I made a cleaner version of Clock It. And funny thing is, that was the one that took off. Woke up and had to pop it. Man, I gotta stop it. I paid for a hair nails fee. She did the finger thumb tap and said, Clock It. Little baby, I'm 5'10", half grown. Come on.
The Clock It is fine. The chorus, that's the TikTok soundbite. But everything, like when you hear the song, the Clock It part is the best part. That's what people wanted to hear. But then all the stuff surrounding the Clock It, red flag, it's not up to par. And it's okay. Like, excuse me, you don't have to do everything that you think you're good at. You know that, right? Like, we don't need that. Like, Ace, you're talented in other ways, is all I'm gonna say.
Man, I gotta stop it. I paid for a hair nails.
And I'm talking about his dancing, y'all. I'm talking about his dancing.
She did the finger thumb tap and said, Clock It. Little baby, I'm 5'10", half grown. Come on, middle.
Oh, you putting up numbers like Jersey? Well, I'm putting up numbers like Irvin.
No numbers. Putting up numbers like Jersey.
Oh, you putting up numbers like Jersey? Well, I'm putting up numbers like Irvin.
Putting up numbers like Irvin. Broke that nigga Stephon Curry.
What does he hear when he... What does he hear? Like, I don't understand. You know what this reminds me of? People who smell musky and they cannot smell their musk. I know it's completely unrelated, but that's what came into my mind. It's like when you go somewhere with somebody and they funky as hell. They smell musky. You could smell it. Everybody smelling like, damn, who smell musky? Like, as soon as you walk in, you smell the whiff. And then once you identify the source, it's like business as usual. They don't smell it. They don't smell the musk. They can't sense it. They think it's okay, like they smell good. And I'm like, no, just because you added perfume and cologne on top of cologne on top of cologne to hide the musk doesn't mean the musk isn't. The musk is there. It's at the root. So it's the same with this. It's like you're listening to the song. There's people there, but they getting paid, so they don't give a damn. They can mix and match everything, okay? They're not going to tell you it's garbage. They're going to just be there. You paying them to engineer it. They're going to do their job. But what I'm trying to figure out is, does he hear the song? Does it just sound good when he's... Because when I do my case studies, I can tell when something doesn't sound good, or I'm like, oh, this is a bit much, or let me take this out. I'm yelling too much here. Oh, it's too loud. You have to be self-aware. He has no awareness. He just likes to do what's good to him, but he's not thinking of the audience. He's thinking about himself. He's thinking about him. Oh, this sounds good to me. What about your audience? They're the ones who have to buy it. Let me tell you, where's his Ace clock at? $97K, y'all. This was a month ago. And I'm not saying that's abysmal, but come on, man. You could do a little better than that. Love Island, you should be getting more views than that. But it's because people are not enjoying the music. They're not really enjoying the song. That's why it didn't go on iTunes or Spotify. That's why people stopped. That's why it's not continuing. You know what song is continuing? That the one that sounds like NBA Youngboy right now. That song is trending. Like, there's so many different songs that are trending because it's catchy, but the clock, it died already. Anyways, all right, continuing. I'm gonna stop.
2 blacks back to back, we swerving. She go Nelly on. Oh, you putting up numbers like Jersey? Well, I'm putting up numbers like Irvin. No numbers. Putting up numbers like Jersey. Oh, you putting up numbers like Jersey? Well, I'm putting up numbers like Irvin. Putting up numbers like Irvin. Broke that minute, Stephon Curry. 2 blacks back to back, we swerving. She go Nelly on her person, so I went Ricky on her feet, make a basic. Get so nervous. My girl shit.
Actually, your friend raps better than you. I hope you know that. You know what? He's in California. Is Dr. Dre retired? He can't. Remember, you said you a celebrity. You ain't got connections to Drake. Find somebody find somebody to link you up with Dr. Dre. Find somebody to link you up with Dr. Dre. Who else is in Cali that could help him out? YG's a little, you say you want to do clean rap. Dr. Dre's better for you right now because he's a producer. Find Dr. Dre's number, okay? Please and thank you. Your friend is actually sounds better than you on the track. I'm just letting you know. So if y'all end up doing a cold, like, you know, collaboration or something, he gonna eat you right up, and then you gonna get jealous, just like you did in the house, in the villa. So you might need to get your ego in check, Ace. Just make sure you're okay with your friend getting the shine, okay? All right. Because we've seen it time and time again. We have a duo, and then one person out, you know, they do way better than the other one. The featured artist is what makes the song way better, and then the main artist is gonna start hating. Okay, just remember that. All right, continuing.
Little baby, I'm 5'10", half grown. Come on, middle. Oh, you putting up numbers like Jersey? Well, I'm putting up numbers like Irvin. No numbers. Putting up numbers like Jersey. Oh, you putting up numbers like Jersey? Well, I'm putting up numbers like Irvin. Putting up numbers like Irvin. Broke that minute, Stephon Curry. 2 blacks back to back, we swerving. She go Nelly on her person, so I went Ricky on her feet, make a basic. Get so nervous. My girl shitting on your girl, now you think she get it on purpose. My bitch went Hermes on Birkin, Chanel on feet. You know she working. This that 2012, I feel like yeah, he'll never give me mercy. Cody Maverick, bitch on surfing. You niggas clowns up in the circus. It's Ace and TB in this bitch.
Red flag. Your friend cleared you in them little verses he had. I think it's the flow. It's the flow. And it's the lyrics. Like, I don't get it. Is he not hearing himself? It sounds... I'm sorry. Okay. You know what? I'm going to shut up. It might not just be for me. Maybe I expect too much of my artists. I am a millennial, so I will say that I expect way more from my artists. Okay? I expect artistry. But maybe, you know, you got to remember, I grew up in the time of Tupac, Biggie. I grew up with LL Cool J. I grew up with, who else is a good rapper? Mobb Deep, Nas, Jay-Z, even him. Yes. I grew up with those kind of guys, okay? Those kind of rappers. That was in my childhood. So maybe my expectations are way too high. But even then, with mumble rap, you got people like Lil Baby. I could tolerate him. I can tolerate Gucci Man, Young Jeezy. I can tolerate who else? Who else is really good? Young Jeezy is really good, actually. Who else? I'm trying to think of some other rappers. It doesn't come to mind. Even the new age rappers, 21 Savage is not that bad. I don't mind his music. I can actually listen to it. I mean, he got a lot of, he be talking a lot about violence, so I don't listen to him too much. But his flow is good. I cannot say he's not a good rapper. Future too, even though he mumbles, he still has an audience. I can see why people like him. But you, Ace, you need to study more, okay? Study a little bit more. Listen to your West Coast rappers that came before you. Kendrick, all of them. Listen to them, okay? All right. Hell, Nipsey. Rest in peace, Nipsey. Listen to him.
Where it's simple on the hoodie, and then it's like he's gonna spray paint on the hoods itself. Okay, so where like it pops out a little bit more. That's what I need. I need to find somebody who can design some shit. I approve it on an airbrush type of vibe, or like a Ace Mob type of vibe. Like when you hear mob, you think of a mafia, or like Casino Ace and all that type of shit. So along those type of lines, that just is for our merch, and preferably on some airbrush shit. Stream with Drewski. Stream with Drewski.
A stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, Stream with Drewski.
Honestly, bro, I ain't never wanted to be a streamer. I always wanted to be an actor, but I use like streaming and doing public interviews and YouTube as like tools to get to where I want and to put my face out there. And I know before I went off to college, my granny had gave me like 10 bands before she had passed when she sold our house in Watts. And, you know, freshman in college, I'm splurging, nigga. This girl wanna go out on a date, psh, boom, run it. Clothes, psh, run it. I'm the flyest dude there. And meanwhile, don't nobody wear no damn clothes in Hawaii. Funds is getting a little tighter than they used to. It used to be steakhouses and shit like that, but then now we eat McDonald's every other 10 seconds. And so I knew I had to get a job somewhere. So then boom, I go to Yard House, give me a little 9 to 5. I'm learning how to be a waiter. I'm busting tables. I'm being a host. This is cool, but I know this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. So I'm scrolling on social media and shit. And I'm seeing these dudes get at this one girl, and this girl look fire, but these niggas ain't even talking to her right. They all asked her favorite color 5 times in a row. And I'm like, nigga, she said pink about 5 times.
Yeah, competing. Again, competition. Okay, we gonna park it right here. Let's park it right here because I got to get going. I'm gonna read a few more comments. We are going to revisit this tomorrow's live stream. I'm so sorry if y'all wanted to see the end of it, but I'm at the end of my timeline right now. So tomorrow's live stream, let's continue this interview. I'll give you guys my thoughts and we could parlay about it. Speaking in his terms, he likes to say parlay. Because competition again. I didn't even want to do streaming, but you know what? I saw one stream where these dudes was talking to this chick and they ain't even asking the right questions. I feel like I'm going to be the one to ask the right questions. Not only that, but his grandmama, listen, she sold her house in Watts, probably gave the grandkids their share or portion. I don't know why she did. She did it. She gave them $10K and then he splurged on it. He's young, so okay, but still, no type of financial discipline. That's a red flag. Even when you're young, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, hopefully he has gotten better with it, but I don't think so because he said in the beginning that he goes on shopping sprees and he likes to splurge on clothes. So he has no type of financial literacy. That's a big red flag. But besides that, I'll give him time to grow with that because that's something that a lot of us didn't have the opportunity to learn, and I get it. And it does take time to become financially mature and financially savvy. So we're not going to hold that one against him. But the competition one, yes, we are. Because why are you competing with some streamers on social media? Red flag, just because they was talking to a chick. That's where his mind is at. But then again, he's 23? They should have never let him on. They're too young. They need an age cap, like a cap, CAP, on these couples on Love Island. There's no reason why a 22-year-old should be able to be on Love Island. I'm so sorry. 25 and up, to be quite honest with you. 24 is cutting it, but 25 and up. We don't need these youngins no more. They need time to grow. His frontal lobe ain't even developed. Continuing. Okay, I'm going to read a few comments and we out of here. That art girl, you said my little brother can rap better than this. I'm pretty sure he could. He can. Hell, even what's them little kids? Van. We gonna watch their video a little bit. Oh damn, they gonna copyright strike me. But okay, I'm not gonna watch their video, but I'm gonna show you. Even these two little Harris and Van. They could rap way better. Here. Y'all never saw these two? Harris and Van could rap way better. way better. Van Van is a better rapper. Hold up, let's hear Van Van. Shout out to Van Van. We gonna listen to her rap. Lil Van Van can rap, y'all. Here, let's hear her rapping. Hold up. Where's she at? She was rapping here. I don't want to listen to her music. I want to listen to like one of her Instagrams. Hold on. Let's hear her rapping. Where's she at? Hold on. Van Van. Let's hear you rapping, little girl. Here, she rapping?
Ready. I said, hey. Yo.
What's her rap? What's her rap?
Hey,
okay, let's go. Let me see if she's
watch
gonna
my
rap.
shoes. Hey, I said, watch my shoes. Man, Vanna said she felt like rapping today.
Oh, she gonna rap. Okay, Van Van, give us.
So I said, you know what?
Give it to us, Van Van.
Got a
Let's
beat,
go.
baby. She said that I like that beat
We
right
need
there.
to end on a good note.
I said, what you gotta say to him, Vanna?
I'm about to walk it out. That's two-stepping. Van Van shuffle. The dance I'm repping. That's who's back. Your girl right here. Your girl Van Van, the song of the year. Watch my shoes. Look at my dress. Everybody know that Van Van lit.
Hey, little girl can rap better than him. Red flag Ace. You got this little girl doing circles on your behind. How old is Van Van? Van Van's in elementary school. Hold up. Van Van, how old are you, sis? Little sis, baby sis. How old is baby sis? Oh, she from North Carolina. That's probably why she could rap. Yeah, North Carolina people could rap. All right, y'all. Van Van was doing it. She showed you how to do it, Ace. Honey, I'm gonna go right now. I'm already dressed. Okay, we gotta get going. All right, y'all. This is not yet. Whatever y'all said, I know y'all right. He went to school in Hawaii. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. All right, y'all. I gotta get going. Love y'all the long way. I got to go. Get up out of here. See you guys tomorrow. And yeah, I'm gonna peace out now. All right, bye, y'all.